Oh, shoot.
This is a Rick Code exclusive.
Migos looking like a frosty bitch. From the
Frosty.
south side.
Speaking of Frosty, Christmas sweater game, killing it.
So we doing like ugly sweater?
Yeah, you know.
See,
what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
be liking it. I can't purchase no ugly sweater.
I
Gotta
mean,
be
it gotta be. It don't have to be like
be-
ugly.
it's gonna
Ugly.
be
Yeah.
ugly. It's gonna be clean.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Gonna
The
be
last
styling
couple
and
ones
puff.
that we had, you know, it was pretty player,
What was that?
but they were still under the ugly sweater section.
Interesting. So,
Yeah, I got me a pre Christmas sweater. You know what I'm saying, from a classic movie.
what's a pre-Christmas sweater?
The sweater that I'm gonna wear before the Christmas episode, where we wear the Christmas sweaters.
He's setting it up right now,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. He's setting it up real nice.
It was hard to pick, boy, because this year
Are they on their beasting?
yeah, Amazon was holding it down with this year. Like,
So Amazon got a whole ugly sweater bid.
yeah, fucking. That's where I've been getting them from the last couple years.
They're not crazy.
You know that meme with the dude sitting on the bed,
See, Poppy.
bald head, big black dude. He's sitting on the bed. He's supposed to be naked, but like I never seen the picture of him naked. I just seen the memes and shit.
Right.
And they got one on there with him, and he like, I got a big package for you, and he on the Christmas sweater. That shit was funny as hell. I'm not gonna get that one.
Goddamn.
That's why I'll let y'all know about it. But so it's a couple of fire boys on there, man.
What y'all looking at? We live.
Oh yeah,
Are we recording?
yeah. The cameras is on. The mic is on.
What?
We fire.
We in
We
this
live?
bitch.
Pierre, can you
Wait.
come in here, please?
Okay.
Papito.
Shot time.
I'm gonna pop it in the papita.
Is it gonna fit? Yes, sir.
Oh, shit, male.
Almost fell in the hole.
Ooh, alright. Shout out to all my Latin people out there. Your boy been on Duolingo hard. You got me? I'm about to be on my shit.
Oh, this is a rep.
God damn it. This shit right here, nigga.
Reposado.
Reposado. Guy Fieri. You know who loves Guy Fieri more than anybody? Stan Smith.
What you doing? You
Well,
took
I'm
it below the
still-
line, bro. You can't cheers to the
What you mean? I'm still on the thing. I just
Boy, the
tasted
top
it.
of that cup is peeking.
Boy, it's right there. I'm looking there. It is. It's right there on the
You
line.
looking from the top?
Boy, that's fourth and inches, my nigga. That is fourth and inches, bro. That is not a
I'm
first
looking
down.
in the eye. Since you wanted to.
In fact, you can see like half the cup just kind of there.
Watch this.
Nope. Keep going.
I'm gonna fill the cup up.
Nope. Just a little smidgen.
No, he there. It's just rocking.
What? Right on the cup. Pouring up for the money, man. You feel me?
A splash.
Drip.
A splick a dash on a bitch's ass. You understand?
Slippery.
And now y'all gotta live with that. Cause I had it to the tippy top. I just wanted to take a little sippy sip. You understand?
Took it below the line, bro.
Hey, bro. Is you ready or no?
Oh, yeah. I was born ready, my nigga.
See, I know you need your limes.
Get this Santo. See what that hoe hitting for.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Santo.
Santo.
Santo. That's how you say it, Santo.
Not bad. Pretty decent.
Like Santo Domingo.
Don't worry, I got you, my nigga.
What's that?
It's the drink of the week.
This is limes?
Huh? Nah. You know what I'm saying?
Seems a little
Drink
bitter.
of the
We
week.
See your cup.
This is gonna be bad.
I like them pop rocks.
You can pull up your tequila of choice for this one.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
doesn't matter, does it?
Nah, you can pull up any tequila in this.
Okay, so you're saying
Yeah,
it's gonna
just-
take away the good taste. Three Amigos, drink responsibly.
Pull you up a nice little amount in there.
Obviously, a respectable amount.
Yeah.
Same amount. That's what it shot like. We can just eyeball it. This is the most extra shit.
Boy, this one is called the Matador.
Ole!
Ay, 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 papi. You squeeze all the juice out of it, it go ay, ay, ay. It's gonna be a very limey juice. Drink it. No,
Well, that's what the pineapple juice is for. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
What'd you do? You did 2 halves?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do one half. Well, maybe a little and a small half. This is a big half. Oh no, it almost fell on the ground. Oh, you can't squeeze it that way.
Yeah,
Can you
gotta,
squeeze it
you
this
gotta
way?
put it face down. Just
But
like
it's so big now.
some bitches.
Over. Gone. Done.
Nigga struggling.
No, I just didn't want to break your little thing.
That wasn't the Total Wine one, so it's all good. I got that one from Kroger. The Total Wine, boy, that hoe was like $13.
Baby, hitting it fucking a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the stainless steel one, but damn.
Now that hoe was still plastic like that one.
I got one for $10. Stainless steel, that bitch is heavy than
And
a
so
bitch.
this is a real drink
Yeah, it's called the Matador.
with pineapple juice.
Yeah. Of course, you can garnish it with some cocktail caviar if you want to. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, words like garnish. Interesting.
You gotta put it. You squeezing it. You gotta put
I'll put the other one in.
the holes. No, you was getting. You got some on the table.
Oh, shit. Oh, I got you. Thank you.
Oh, you gotta take the other one out too.
No, I was gonna hit him with the ball. I ain't gonna break it, though.
He gonna break it.
I just wanted to see if it was gonna work, cause I could be lazy and do that shit next time too.
Well,
Instead
I do
of
that with the other one, just because you don't get all the juice out of the first one sometimes. 'Cause it
so the
has-
extra pressure.
Yeah.
Of,
So like you see how this one look? You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? And then this one
The
looks like
Matador.
this, so then I switch them out and I did this.
So I could walk in the bar, walk up to a bartender and I say, "Give me the Matador."
Mhm.
Interesting.
I kept it simple this week
Do you want?
since I did some extra shit last week.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! Last week was extravagant.
The strawberry mango daiquiri.
Hey, no bullshit. I got home. I was like, oh wow. I was like, this shit kicking in.
Yep. It was a late delay.
Yeah, because I was like, I was straight. I had no issues. I felt good when I left here. Drink responsibly, anybody, you know what I'm saying? No drinking and driving. Felt great, you know what I'm saying? Had the hour lapse where we chilled and all this other good shit. And then I got home 25 minutes later. And it was just like, oh shit. Like, I don't even, like,
You see that lighter?
it was a smooth, I don't know. It was about 20 minutes. And I was like, man, I'm gonna hit some of this CBD. And I was like, you know how you get to that point to where it's like,
Yeah, I don't even want this
yeah,
no more.
like,
But,
you know,
I'm, all right, I'm cool on that.
I didn't even get to that point. And I was just like, I leaned up and I was like, And I was
thought
like,
about it.
nah.
It was like, nah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm good.
It was like, yeah, good up some shit. It was like, nope, I'm actually.
Turned on 2 shows.
That was that nigga though, cause he was like, "No, we need some more." And the mango when he was like, "Ooh."
Yeah, that motherfucker was heavy-handed on that bitch. That bitch was strong.
It was nice.
I made one for.
I wasn't fucked up though.
I made one for
I was
Antoinette.
just like in the pocket where I like went to sleep and like woke up at like 2. You know.
I made one for Antoinette one day, and she was like, "Oh, that was weak." So I was like, "All right, bet." But she went to sleep like 10 minutes after she finished
That's what I
it.
was finna say.
This is the first time you made it.
Yeah. So the next day, I was like, "All right, bet." You know what I'm saying? I'm just to make another round. You know what I'm saying? She had pineapple chunks in the freezer. And I didn't know, so I'll use some of them hoes too. And I was like, "You see all this liquor right here?" And I was like, "Yeah, nigga, make that shit." She was like, "Yeah, this too strong." Like, yeah. She was like, "I ain't never saying that it's weak again." Like, nigga, just drink it and enjoy it, bro.
It's all good.
I wasn't trying to get you
Similar
sloppy.
to y'all, drink it. Just drink it and enjoy it. You know.
That's pretty fucking good. Cheers to that.
Mob shirt.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get a collection of like different liquors and shit.
Yeah.
And you come in. I seen a Long Beach Island.
Long Beach Island.
Yeah,
What's that?
you'll find out. You know what I'm saying? And
Coming soon. Stay tuned in. Ooh.
start storing my bottles so I can bring some of them hoes back and we could be in this bitch making real drinks.
Yeah, for real. Please let me know. As you can see, this is one that we've had on a previous cast. And
I got a recycle bottles over there.
I got a fucking. It's getting out of hand now. I'm looking and I ain't got nowhere else to put them. I'll start putting them throughout the whole fucking house. Just one in the garage, one in the kitchen, one by the fireplace.
Looking like an alcoholic.
And they all different sizes of, fucking just, of course, the ones.
Alcoholic.
It's just, but they don't get fucked with.
And you
know
be
what I'm saying?
cooking with them too, right?
Right, yeah, but
What you
I
mean
don't
you
cook.
cooking with them?
Yeah,
You can,
liquor.
yeah.
Yeah, you be making your what you call them?
You make any sauce, or you can do any
Purees,
brine,
yeah.
anything like that.
Yep.
Anything. That's what I did with the beer can chicken. I took some, took some old Red Bull cans that I got in the can thing.
Mm-hmm.
We save all our can shits, take them to the recycling place, get the money for it. You know what I'm saying? Not much, but it's always some kind of saving.
Right, man.
Cut them shits in half, and I had some apple cider vinegar, or not apple cider vinegar, apple cider beer from I think it's called Tap Out Brewery.
No, thank you.
And I did that with I put that in the can for the chicken with some sage, rosemary, thyme, and then the seasoning I put in. I put all that stuff in the can, and fucking that bitch was fucking fire. It was fucking so delicious and tender and fucking.
I never did a beer can chicken
Oh
before.
man, it's when it comes to fucking like, cause chicken
You
always
put it
dries
in the
out
beer
quick.
can.
So like if you take a beer can, right?
You put the beer can in that little honey hoo, like you never seen Scary Movie? he was.
I'll show you.
he was
Of course, I've seen Scary Movie.
the nigga with the strong hand. He was like,
Oh,
little
yeah.
honey hoo.
Oh, and so you what is it? Bake
So-
with Red Bull in it?
No,
No.
you put it
So
on
I
the
took
grill.
Okay, right. So I had the cans. I didn't take.
So what
yeah,
I'm saying, what's the significance of the can?
Okay, let me finish. I put the fucking can, cut it in half. You put the liquid in. You put the herbs in. The liquid that's in there, typically they do a beer, right? You take a Miller Lite, Bud Light, whatever the fuck kind of beer that you like, and you fucking put it in there. The liquid keeps the chicken moist. So as it cooks,
Moist.
it's fucking, you know what I'm saying, evaporating, it's going into the chicken. So whatever that you have in there is not going to take on all the flavor, but it definitely keeps that fucking whole chicken fucking tender in the bitch.
I don't want my chicken beer flavored.
It won't.
It's not beer flavored.
Right. That's what I was just saying. It don't take on the flavor, but it keeps it moist.
When you cook with alcohol, it don't taste like it because you burn the alcohol off,
Correct.
and then you add your stuff
I
in.
just wouldn't want it beer flavored. That's just not in the
So
cards.
it was an apple cider, and with the herbs and shit though, when you put the herbs in there, that fucking it starts fucking letting off all its aromatics and all that shit, and that shit tastes so fucking good. I was like, man, I don't do them often, but when I do them, fucking,
No.
I'm always fucking like hell yeah. But
Yeah, I never tried a beer can chicken before, but I definitely, it's on the list.
yeah, I mean it's not difficult, you know what I'm saying? But and then the next step, just because you know. If you go to the stores and shit, the fucking prices of everything is fucking going up like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Generally speaking.
Shout out to that boy Joe. That nigga ain't worth a fuck. Nigga making me miss Trump. Nigga Trump told us. Y'all gonna fuck around and see me Trump 2024. This nigga Joe Biden.
That nigga sleepy for real.
That nigga fucking up everything. That ain't see the shit what them niggas talking about. They talking about they gon' they literally pushing this shit heavy. They trying to make it where anybody that have more than $600 in their account, all your transactions is monitored. All of it.
That was for fucking Cash App, right?
Nah. They presented it for banks. So any bank that you got more than $600 in, every transaction you make gonna be monitored by the IRS.
That's
As opposed to
crazy.
when you do $10,000 or more deposit.
Right. Then you're fucking.
Yeah, they have a requirement, but even with that, you know, you can get special bank accounts.
That's a lot of fucking work.
You see what I'm saying?
That's a lot of shit and that's a lot of people to be trying to monitor,
Right. So that's
fucking
what I'm saying.
be on
So
top
this
of
shit,
shit.
on top of them going invading your privacy, you know the first thing they gonna do is propose a bill.
Yep.
They gonna need to increase the workforce, so forth, so.
Right.
So there's more money that you gonna have to pay. In turn,
Yep.
you gonna get taxed
Yep.
by the IRS, so the IRS can watch you.
Right. So something that you didn't even. I ain't do nothing wrong. Like, what the fuck is wrong
This
with you?
the nigga that made the '94 crime bill. I kept telling niggas.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
didn't vote for Joe Biden.
Didn't he also cut the HBCU funding too?
Absolutely, from 45 billion to 2 billion.
But you for black people though, right?
And that's what Trump had proposed. That's why I say, I don't know, man. Maybe Trump wasn't lying, bro. Maybe I was bamboozled, man. I ain't gonna.
Yeah.
Look, I'm man enough to admit. Look,
Niggas.
that nigga wasn't lying about everything. He talking like, maybe that nigga was telling the truth.
Yeah.
Niggas.
When we talking about, hey, man, that shit, they lying. They doing it. They lying on me. I ain't doing it. I'm really fucking with y'all. I'm really out here doing some shit for you. Like, cause 40, I didn't even know. That nigga, the Trump plan, but Biden was like, get them niggas 45 billion. Shit. How about we give them 2 billion for all the schools?
Right.
All the HBCUs. 45 billion, you fuck around, you can get.
Niggas got Deion Sanders out there
Yeah.
putting in all the work, trying to get
Right.
niggas to respect him now and shit. Like, niggas
saw
not
that.
changing, bro. Like, niggas act like just because he was fucking Obama, let me see that. Just because he was Obama vice president and all this shit, like, he was still the same nigga that did a whole bunch of fuck shit back in the day.
And he got a bitch that did a whole bunch of fuck shit to this day on his campaign. That's what I'm saying. Niggas running around. All black people I was talking to. I was on the list.
Black people love Bill Clinton. I'm like, fuck that nigga. Like,
the episode and see if I'm lying. I've been telling you, nigga, Sleepy Joe ain't like. I'm like, that nigga made the '94 crime bill. Niggas gonna hold about that nigga talking about I don't give a fuck. Like,
why the reason why some of your uncles and probably your parents was in jail and shit.
as long as they was, he the one. And then Camilla Harris or Kamala, whatever the fuck her name.
Niggas out there committing petty crimes and
She
shit.
got the one.
Life.
She was out there giving niggas life for this shit. DA stood proud on it. Most weed convictions in history in the state type of shit. She was, you know what I'm saying, MVP on this shit. So yeah, he went and got her type of shit.
Don't make no damn sense.
Mm-hmm.
Went and got her, and yeah, them niggas ain't doing a fucking thing. He ain't saying them niggas like, what? And that nigga Trump wasn't. No goddamn by any means to me, no transcendent president. But when it came to this money shit, nigga can't say that Biden ain't slowing your money up. He's slowing your money up. Trump had the money rolling. Niggas had unemployment plans and Biden cut all of that shit. Ain't no stimulus check talks. Niggas ain't even What? Ask me about the fucking
Yeah,
stimulus.
niggas ain't even thought about a stimulus since he been there.
Ask me about the stimulus for what? Because you know he's saying no.
Right.
Stimulus? You don't need a stimulus. But we need to stimulate the economy. People need to go back to work. No, nigga, we don't want to work for 7.25.
Underwage.
It was a trouble giving niggas. Trump had niggas getting money. PPP's gone.
I seen an article a few months ago.
Trump had niggas getting money. That's why I wasn't never too hard on him. We always talk about the rap. I couldn't lie. Trump had niggas getting money.
Yep.
Well, they say,
Stimulating the nigga.
I remember when everybody was tripping, they were like, it's like the gold rush. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was like tripping on it.
Trump had this shit in line. Trump had money wise. I'm not talking about the other shit. I'm talking about the scandals or people he fucked or none of that shit. I'm saying, look at that money shit.
You talking about business?
The business part of America. That nigga had them fucking plane wages, right? You see what I'm saying? That nigga had them. I don't know how he was doing it, but that nigga had that money. He was bedazzling with that money.
Niggas was getting mad at him. He be like, "Oh, y'all been fucking with them the whole time. We ain't fucking with them no more. We doing this."
Yeah.
And then niggas,
like then as soon as Biden come in, he went back.
we going right back to this bullshit.
And then you see the difference. Like he was like, "Nah, nigga, get money, nigga. We get money over here." Them niggas laughing at us, nigga. Y'all don't know what's going on, nigga. Fuck that. We not. Fuck them. They can't eat no more. They can't eat no more. We over here. Nigga got me on this bitch. Talk about Trump, man. Like, bruh. Because you see the difference. Like, that nigga had niggas getting money.
I seen an article a couple months ago where they were talking about, like, how, like, black people, like, through generations, fucking Democrat. This is, you know what I'm saying, what we doing. We voting Democrat. We voting Democrat. But a lot of their values is, like, don't match with what that shit is.
I was gonna piggyback on the same thing with the Republican thing when people trip on black Republicans. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, when you look at them and you check out what they doing, they agree on this. They may not agree on this, or they be kind of on the line, but it's still, you know what I'm saying? This is what matches up to what they believe. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean. Everybody believes their own thing, you know.
Man, these niggas believe whatever they want. I ain't know why I ain't get into a nigga belief system. Because I'm saying, compare dollars to dollars. That's all I'm saying. Like, you can believe whatever you want about whoever you want. I ain't gonna say.
I mean, for me, like, each president, I decide whether.
I ain't going on no tirade about how Trump is some changed, benevolent person and no shit like that. I ain't saying that. I'm saying dollars to dollars. Some shit that's quantifiable. So ain't got nothing to do with what you feel. I can count this.
Right.
Trump had niggas getting money. That's a fact. Everything that Trump had going on money-wise, niggas see the difference. Soon as Biden got in, that shit ended immediately. We cutting all of this.
We're gonna give you your last little shit, and here you go.
None of this.
Fuck out.
You got to.
Okay, we cutting this, we cutting that.
Right.
We sending it over here. We
Student
going
loans
this
going
way.
back into effect. What happened to you cutting the student loan shit?
Yeah,
What happened
it went,
to every
it went
American
from
getting student loans?
Yeah.
cutting that to fucking an extension
Right.
to another extension.
It's just been extension after extension after extension.
Right.
Right.
And then what now?
Trump,
the next
Trump said,
January or
"Hey,
some shit.
I'm cutting that shit."
It would have been done.
It would have been done. He would have cut that.
That would have been the first thing he did.
Yeah.
Oh, I won the election. Guess what? Student loans gone.
Go. That was the type of shit he was on.
I need to distract y'all niggas from that shit that happened at the Capitol a couple months ago.
That's true though. That's true. That's what they do.
You get a free student loan. You get a free.
But shit,
Woo, Trump!
I'm actually in hindsight for that type of presidency. That nigga had niggas getting money. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the stock market, bro.
It ain't the same.
Bro, that bitch ain't moving. It moved like a little bit, you know, up and.
That motherfucking man.
Bro, Trump had niggas getting money.
That bitch should go. Whoop.
Bro.
This nigga Biden got everybody coming to Texas, my nigga.
Yeah, what I'm saying, like, Trump had niggas like you get like, I'm gonna give you a prime example. You got a stock in something.
We got to get this
You got a
tax
stock in
free.
something that's Chinese based as far as the company and shit like that. You want to short that hoe, sell them off. Boom. Trump had niggas getting terror. Like, he's making you see what I'm saying? Like, decisive moves that, boom, all right, Chinese tariffs. We doing all of that, boom. We doing away with all of that business over there. So, automatically, boom, that company value drop. You see what I'm saying? Like, you could get short on that shit.
Yeah.
You still like, he had niggas getting money, bro. This nigga Biden.
I
don't remember a word he said since he been president.
That's what I'm saying. This nigga ain't doing nothing. He ain't moving nothing. He ain't got no. He ain't like Trump had pulled. Trump had niggas making decisions.
Yo, anybody take the tolls around here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think this has anything to do with it, but since we on topic of brick prices going up and shit like that, yo, man.
I love your mic screw, by the way.
Yeah, I had to figure out something. You know what I'm saying? I had to figure out something. So I was going to visit a friend, right? And friend stays out of good ways or whatever. And usually I take the toll. And fortunately this day I didn't have to take it. You know what I'm saying? It was open road. But it was like $10.
The Express Boy.
Yeah. At this one particular area.
That helped
right?
be like 10, 15, nigga.
Right. Hold on. So then the next day, I went to go holler at my sister. I went over there, and where I would normally jump on that toll, and at this time frame, which was about 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Rush hour.
Yeah, peak shit. You already know what it is.
They charge like $5.
Nigga, no.
For the Express, that whole 10, 15.
No. I was literally blown. I was like, I was about to exit, and I looked at the toll, and that bitch was $20.
Damn.
And mind you, when you hit some tolls, depending on where you go, they hit you with the section. And you drive 2 miles, and that's $20. And then they'll drop down to 15 maybe a little bit, and then they'll, you know what I'm saying? But they still gonna hit you.
Every toll pass.
Boom. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I don't know what it is.
I'd be like, 161 the cheapest toll that I've seen so far.
I know gas prices got something to do with Biden.
Yeah, because them bitches, I'm putting 60 in, and that bitch still ain't fucking.
Yeah, because ain't the toll shit like state or city fucking.
That's like state.
Yeah.
That's more to do with Abbott, but the gas, that's more to do with federal regulations.
That
Who
motherfucker.
they dealing with it.
Yeah,
what a nigga
not
told-
familiar,
told
but
me,
that
like,
gas.
That's what I'm saying. When it came to the financial relationship, I don't know what that nigga Trump used to talk about with them niggas.
Or how he did it, or
That
how
nigga
he
was getting it
bullied,
in.
or aggressive, or dominated,
what he
whatever the
was
fuck
on.
it was.
But we need that shit back.
That nigga got hit with every allegation and ain't nothing happened.
Nigga, bro, down to the
They
text,
even
bro,
trying to
yeah.
make sure that he's
nigga pardoned
nothing's doing.
himself.
He's not doing that. You can't have any executive power afterwards. You know what I'm
Bro, that nigga
saying?
pardoned himself, bro.
Like,
Look, the media, the media done fuck with me. I didn't even realize it. So like on the hindsight. Nah, that's not saying fucking with like fucking with Trump. Like, oh yeah, like oh I love Trump. I'm saying like the media done fuck with me, like because now you seeing like
No, but from that point of view-
Biden
Yeah.
versus Trump.
Me and Antoinette
That
like
nigga ain't doing
literally switched from one channel to another one while they was talking about the election shit, and they was having two totally different conversations. You know what I'm saying? They was one niggas, oh Trump, blah 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 blah
station.
blah blah blah.
Station's the station.
Every
side
fucking,
with a
it's the
side.
media. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, I'm saying now-
Everybody got a bag to
now
make.
The president is the president, so they in the election. So, but you see, the media like they not reporting about like nobody used to be like reporting on Trump. Like remember, I used to be like fake news and shit. I gotta agree with it like a little bit because they not talking about none of this shit. Biden, you know, like that 45 billion, that wasn't no breaking news. Nothing. Ain't nobody reported on that. If Trump had cut 45 billion from the jump,
He's racist. Blah blah blah.
In fact, he increased at the time. So,
right? That's what I'm
and
saying.
so
They
now
not
you
reporting on
have
that shit at
an
all.
individual that based his campaign off of black people, pretty much.
Right. And then
Now you cut. How do you even have the audacity to cut something like that? And then
he hasn't done. I'm saying he hasn't done anything for anybody. Like what did he do that was significant? He didn't let the kids out of ICE camps. He didn't. What has he done significant? Like he hasn't moved. Supposedly he forgave $9 billion in student loans. That's equivalent to like 100,000 people or something like that type of shit. You know what I mean? The shit with student loan did like trillions.
Yeah.
Shit, like 44 million Americans. Like you do the math, you talking thousands. You know what I mean? Them homies got.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But motherfuckers got 300,000, 400,000. Some got 500,000. Depending on what you had to go to school for. That's no cap. Depending on where you came from. I mean, that shit can happen. To be a doctor or something like that, you might have to do that. Be a lawyer. Now, of course, the name of the game is you're supposed to get a job. In theory, they're supposed to pay it back, but that don't always happen.
Yep. Niggas be out here.
Be dead, and they relatives get that call talking about some.
Like that. Like that shit is.
We know so and so's not here no more, but
Like
we need
niggas
you to
ain't
pay
even
this.
getting jobs like that until they like of an age where it's like, you know what I mean? You can, like, you gotta have 30 years of experience or some dumbass shit at these jobs and shit. You know, nigga talking about that. Shit was stupid. Well, what you ever wanted to talk about? One of y'all?
So y'all familiar with Delta 8?
Not really, but
No.
I learned some shit yesterday.
Okay. So Delta 8 comes from cannabis plant, comes from fucking CBD, gets extracted. It's Delta 8 because there's a Delta 9. That's the THC. There is THC in it, but little amount. It doesn't get you as
Inebriated.
Because that's exactly what I was
Mind
thinking.
That nigga said mind jinx.
I was like,
Mind jinx. Mind jinx, nigga.
we
You gotta acknowledge
no,
that. That's
no,
even
we
a
not
thing.
adding
Not a
new
thing.
shit.
Okay, all right. Gotta rule it out. You
So
gotta
I feel you on that one. I'll give you that one too.
I'm gonna try.
Right, I'll give you that one too. I can't even knock
Mind
that
jinx.
one. I'm just saying. So when it comes to that, it doesn't get you as inebriated. Then you know what I'm saying. Then like a Delta 9.
I would have put it in play.
I was finna say, wait a minute, because I feel like that's colder than the jump. But
Okay, but see, but
The only reason I know is 'cause
in
you
that
admit it.
situation, I have to admit.
yep, that you thought it. Right.
So
There's
then
no
it's
real
like,
right.
right.
But if you say
And
yes,
how was it lined up? Because I was thinking it, and then you said it. So then, how is it a delay, right, compared to what you say? Because then, if you want to go from thought process
Yeah.
to what you say, there is a big difference of time frame.
I get it. You know, yeah, it don't work. It's good. It's cold as hell in thought just to say it, but it's not actually pragmatic.
He was like, shit. He was like, right. So people that that need their medicine that are not in legal states, they turn to this Delta 8. You know what I'm saying? So and, you know they got with edibles and fucking smoke and vape.
Absolutely.
Tinctures, you know, there's multiple things, you know, that goes on.
Rubs.
Management, yeah, topical creams, right.
Beeswax.
So, I went to a couple of local smoke shops, and you know what I'm saying, have tried it out just to see what the hype was. This is before this whole, hey, we're gonna make this what it is, and we're gonna take it out all the shops or whatever.
Right.
And I mean, it wasn't bad. I could see where people would turn to that for their self-medicated uses. But yeah, I went to a smoke shop today right before I came over here just to see out of curiosity, and all their shit was blown the fuck out. I was like, oh, did y'all get rid of all y'all's Delta 8? And they were like, yeah, why? I was like, I was just curious, fucking. I had read up on it, and he was like, oh yeah, and he didn't say much about it, but I was just like blown away. Like, so because you make it legal in Texas to grow CBD or hemp, and people basically figure out a way to still help out individuals, it's like, you know what? No, fuck that. We're gonna get rid of it. And according to what the article was saying, that it's always been illegal. There was no regulation behind it. It was just like, oh, okay, well, we can grow this. You say it's legal for us to grow this, so now we're just gonna extract this and sell this now. Oh shit, we found out that this is a fucking booming market because people are getting what they need. And you know what? We don't like how much money y'all are making. Let's go ahead and take that away.
That just be the influence of big pharma. You gotta realize.
Yep.
Now you going back into what these people with the vaccines and shit talking about. How you gotta realize how much media going in. I'm seeing commercials about
Get the vaccine.
I'm starting to see in all these different scenarios. Mom,
Bro, my job had a vaccine drawing.
I don't want to die. I'm starting to see people like talking about it, and it's like, okay,
3 niggas, 1 prize.
Nobody knows look at the feds. Look, nobody knows the fucking ramifications of the motherfucking vaccine on a large scale of long term time. They literally saying get it because this, that, and third, but.
Well, I can tell you off of what I've seen: sudden death, heart attacks, and other things.
Well, no, but I'm saying they getting all of that, but I'm saying you're not hearing none of those stories on one side, then the other side, and we knowing these people that's getting the vaccine and still dying. We seeing them. They are family. We know what's happening.
I got a lot of fucking Twitter alerts this week. Denton cop died of COVID. Grand Prairie cop died.
There's a lot of people that's getting this shit after they get the vaccine. My homegirl got the COVID after she got the vaccine, and we was partying together. Nobody tested negative. Everybody tested negative except her.
Yeah, some of that I'd be very curious. My sister, same situation. Her husband got it, but she didn't, and none of the kids. Mm-hmm. And it's not like he quarantined, but they still live in the same place. Mm-hmm. You can clean all you want, but he's still breathing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
I don't know what that comes to, but
I'm just saying. There's a lot of shit that's still up in the air.
I'm saying like that's what I'm saying. Like the way they speaking on it like it's an exact science, but then on the same token, you seen all this news about come to find out you gonna need another booster,
and then they talk about if you got the Johnson & Johnson, you can
swap it.
Right.
With the Moderna or the Pfizer.
Right, mix match and booster his. And
it's best if you mismatch. I seen that shit.
Right. I was
test it out and see what happens.
What?
Just so we clear,
but
Johnson & Johnson worth $400 billion net capital. Johnson & Johnson had a 32-person woman's suit against a particular type of, I think it was body lotion or something that they used that gave women a particular irritation and something to that nature that they had knowledge of. Johnson & Johnson lost that suit, created a shell company, filed bankruptcy under that suit, and therefore basically opted out of paying the $1 billion settlement that they had for the women. I'm just showing you. I'm just giving you some character traits of the company we dealing with. When you talk about them promoting whatever the fuck they promoting, and then in hindsight, it's like, okay, cool.
Shit, I heard on the radio.
You gotta realize that Pfizer made $33 billion last year. Now, it's important. Like Pfizer's stock portfolio has never been higher. Type shit right now. You gotta realize what's going on. Like, they saying we start to help you. And I'm not promoting anti-vaccination. I'm saying,
do you?
Do you all the way? I'm saying that let's keep it in perspective because what you're starting to get a clear understanding of what should be is that they promote what they want to promote. It ain't necessarily that it works for everybody. They promote anything and everything like that, like it's the best, whatever, until it's not, and then it's on to the next. We move like
if
that.
you took this between da 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 and da da da,
you may have mesothelioma.
Yeah.
Man finds a cure for COVID-19.
Killed the next day.
No, not even just kill the next day, where it actually kills the shit. Like boom. Then all of a sudden, they gonna smear campaigns on this, whatever. See what I'm saying? Keep taking it. See what I'm saying? Like, and he could have like clinical results.
Right.
Okay,
right.
You gotta give us your full formula, at let us test it for us to validate it.
Right. And then
It's
they're
like,
gonna cross test and bullshit it and
Right,
come out
you know
with
what I mean?
different
It's like,
results.
no, I'm not giving you my shit. Like, but I'm just saying that type of shit happens
Okay,
all the
well
time.
we're gonna. Well, you're having terrorist,
Right.
actions going on. So now
You
we
see
have
what
to
I'm saying?
invade
Like,
and blah
whatever
blah
the fuck
blah.
they want to do. So when you talk about that shit, yeah, motherfuckers had to start boom, and then niggas start getting. It's like, wait a minute, these niggas really not buying any pill no more.
Right.
Wait a minute.
Shit. On the radio, I had heard they even hitting the commercials now where, Dad, you're not vaccinated. You should get vaccinated. Don't you want to get vaccinated for me? And it's like, whoa, like
Right.
you're playing this game now. You're playing the guilt trip. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
damn, it sounded like the
They going-
HPV shit what
Right,
they were
but I'm
doing.
saying,
Like,
they not going no
what the
facts.
fuck?
They not giving no facts on the bitch because they know they can't.
Get that lighter.
They can't. They know they can't do that on the normal level. You ain't hearing like they like get the vaccine. They not saying they not. Nigga, you didn't see no commercials that was like COVID vaccine has been shown to be able to reduce. Like because all that shit that niggas was saying ain't necessarily true no more. Cause we know niggas that's dying with the vaccine. And we know niggas that's dying.
have you seen that Hustler commercial that they did for
But-
the vaccine?
That's another Trump thing.
No.
You see what I'm saying? Trump wasn't with it. Trump wasn't with mandating it federally.
Yeah.
Trump was explicitly against that type of shit.
That's why I kind of feel Kyrie, bro, because, like, what the fuck do I got to get the vaccine for if Chris Paul had the vaccine and he almost missed the finals because,
No COVID.
yeah. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Because
if you could still get it, like, what's the point of doing all this extra shit,
then
bro?
you still spread it. I don't understand what you're watching. I don't understand what you're
Watch.
Oh, yeah, that one dude,
We already watched it.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
the Arkansas commercial.
yeah, they push it from every angle of trying to get
No, but I
everybody.
know.
I was out here getting it.
Yeah, it's like.
But I can't get it like I used to.
Yeah.
Because you not vaccinated. Help me be able to sell
It's like,
pounds of weed.
what? Like,
You want the crack on your streets, right? Then do something for me. Get vaccinated.
That's fucking
Whoa.
I'm trying to get these shipments in.
Yeah, but
That's
you know,
crazy.
this shit is stupid because it's like they doing all of that, but nobody's like they ain't no like you know what I mean? Like there ain't no spokespersons on. Just like yo, vaccine gonna make sure you do X and X. They was like I just saying something that said that people are 29 times more likely to be hospitalized when they're not vaccinated than if they are vaccinated. And it was like, okay. Well, what samples population is we talking about? They not saying like as conducted by studies done by John Hopkins or you see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they just
some
saying
accredited type
you see what I'm saying? Like,
situation.
they're
Where it's
not
like,
saying like something that people can go like this is but this is what you would normally see. Like if I had some research like that, you think I ain't finna throw my dick on the table? For real.
It's out there.
That's validated by accredited research. The divisions like John Hopkins or Baylor. You know what I mean? Like these high value institutes when it comes to like medical research, USC
Yeah.
research department. You see what I'm saying? For grad scholars or whatever the fuck. And they did a sample testing and the population. They studied 50 whatever with 50 people on both sides and they gave them COVID or whatever the fuck they did, you know.
Yeah.
But they're not doing that. You're not seeing no big, cause it hasn't been shown like that. Like it ain't. Everyone is getting COVID and shit. Vaccinated or not, like they getting. It's no real stoppage level. It's more like, oh, you can't spread it or you don't die. But people die with the vaccine. That's been proven now. So it's like, you see what I'm saying? That's where it's like, okay, y'all lost every benefit y'all would promote like before. Like, as a nigga been like, we've been on this podcast for a minute. Like, we on 57 now. Like, you talk about this shit before, you know what I mean? Like, oh, well, it's a vaccine. It's like, oh, I'm get vaccinated, I'm gonna be good. It's like, no, well, actually, you just.
We not sure no more, so you can just mix and match and figure out it, quicker.
It's like, damn, okay. So then it's like, okay, well, then it's like, oh, but you won't need to go to the hospital and you won't die. It was like, oh, okay. Then it was like, well, actually, you will need to go to the hospital sometime. That does happen a lot when you get the vaccine. But you won't die. Then it was like, well, you should just get the vaccine. What? Just get the vaccine. You're gonna keep spreading it. You can still die. You're just less likely to be hospitalized. Not immune to being hospitalized. You see what I'm saying? Or any of it. Like, literally, any medical benefit, when people get medical treatment, it's for some benefit. You see what I'm saying? It's either to enhance or to repair. In most cases. I don't know why everybody acting shocked. Like, this is crazy to see people that don't want to get a medication that does not enhance or repair.
Yeah, that's like taking steroids and you not getting swole.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. It doesn't enhance, like,
it sounds good.
Yeah.
But I just had a moment of clarity right now. We're gonna have to cut that sound bite right there because that was just a fire part right there. But that's for real. That's the only reason anybody goes anywhere. When I go to the dentist, it's either to enhance or repair. Right. When I go to the doctor, they either enhance it or repair. When these girls go to Brazil, they either enhance it or they repair the BBL. But you see what I'm saying?
Like, nigga, I done took all these performance enhancing drugs for nothing.
You see what I'm saying? Who on a BBL that don't take? That's the better way of looking at this.
She come back and her ass still the same.
It's still the same. Like, wait a minute, doctor, hold on, what you did? I did all the procedures that didn't take. What the fuck does that mean?
Well, it's gonna cost you about another $15,000-$20,000 to come back in.
Get the booster shots and get you right.
You know
what you mean?
You want the repair or you want the enhance? Which one you want?
You know what I mean? But it's like, but people get that, you know, and I'm not saying that that's FDA approved or that's medically sound. I'm just saying that the people that's out here like talking this dumb shit need to understand that people only get medication when it enhances or repairs. Nobody wants a vaccine that doesn't stop you from getting COVID, doesn't stop you from spreading COVID, doesn't stop you from dying or being hospitalized. Just sound like y'all want to put some shit in me.
When we go through boot camp, the first thing that they do when you get in there, you get in medical, like the second day or so shit, second or third day, you go through this fucking gauntlet of fucking shots, and you get like 10 or 8 shots, and you either got air guns that are like pressurized, that they either fucking, and then it'd be like another, just like regular needle and shit. Sometimes it's 2, and then at the end, you go into a fucking back room with like 10 people or 12 people, whatever, around a fucking table. You gotta bend over and they give you a big ass penicillin shot. And then you go out in the fucking little area and you have to sit.
Once you get that penicillin shot, you damn near almost impossible to get an ailment. You see what I'm saying?
Right. And this motherfucker, they would shoot so much. Like, it was a needle that was like this long. And it was like, the first time the dude did it to me, I bent the needle because I watched these motherfuckers and he would tap somebody. He'd be like, all right, I'm about to hit you. He didn't hit me. So when I fucking felt a prick, I was like, ah! And he fucking went this way and I was like, ah! Anyway, point is they hit you with this fucking.
So it like broke?
Sir.
No, it bent. The needle bent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know how they're real thin and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Weak. Oh, Jesus. You're going for the bleed to death right now. I'm going to accept it.
It was just a little prick. It wasn't like it was bleeding like crazy, right?
It was like, it did a nigga bent.
No, it's in your ass. No, it's in your ass. They hit you in the ass, on the butt cheek.
No pause effect.
Pause. But it's real shit. Like that's what they. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta take a shot.
Come on now. That's what they do. Come on, bro. They fucking shoot you right here in your fucking ass cheek, and then after you done, they tell you, to go sit on the floor.
That's definitely a shot, man.
What?
Pause. You didn't even pause after that. I had to give you the pause, man.
So after that, fucking, you go outside.
Also, if you don't pause, it's a shot.
No, I'm just saying. No, that was negligent, bro. Even I would have hit him. It was like, no, he's in your ass. No.
Okay, so
No.
So I had, but I clearly said that you had to get a shot, right?
That's one of these. No. No.
But did you know it was a needle prior?
No.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did. So.
Yeah, but if anybody.
It's still a pause though.
Bro, if a nigga walk in and the only words they hear are, yeah, but they shoot it in your ass.
I got you. I just took it.
Yeah.
So after that, you got this.
And I don't even play the pause game.
So after that, you got this lump that's on your ass cheek. Pause. You go out to the fucking floor and you gotta sit cross-legged, and you have to literally work that penicillin around. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like. On your ass, pause, because I ain't trying to take no more shots right now.
Yeah.
And you do that so that it works the penicillin into your system and shit. If not, then if you don't work that penicillin out good enough. No. I'm catching myself. I'm thinking about what the next thing that I'm gonna say. It's just going. So then, if you don't do that, from what I saw from individuals that the next day. Your whole, from your thigh, whatever side that you got shot on, fucking pause, fucking, it's sore as fuck. And so now you pretty much fucked up for the next day when it comes to PT and other shit like that. But, yeah, fucking, like you were saying, they give you all this shit to make sure that you don't get sick and you don't have this and you don't have that. You know what I'm saying?
Don't.
Right.
Don't.
We pull into
definitive contrast. Now, of course, I know that's probably not possible.
Mm-hmm.
You don't. You do not.
Right.
Have this.
So
you don't.
You pull into certain ports, and they would make you like, okay, well, you gotta, we're 6 weeks out, a month out, 2 weeks out. You gotta take these.
Everybody been saying? No, everybody been saying. But vaccines don't cure anything.
Right.
A crock of shit. Niggas used to get polio and go slap the fuck dead.
They was talking about shingles for like the last 3 years or 4 years, and now they like, we have the shingles vaccine.
If you've had chicken pox, then you are more acceptable to having shingles when you get older. Blah blah blah. Yeah. And it's like, what?
Right.
Like
that's what they were saying for the last couple of years. Now they got a vaccine, so it's like.
That's what I'm saying. Even chicken pox and stuff like that. So I'm saying like most of these things are being eradicated by vaccine. Like.
Yeah, because kids ain't getting that shit.
They ain't getting it no more. To spread it no more.
I think some of that was just like a test thing, though.
Yeah, and
because each generation got their little thing. Because
well, I'm just wanting to make sure. I'm just saying that. I'm saying that to say this vaccine right here makes no promises. It does nothing. Polio is not a thing. You see, niggas. All right, you get this, you good.
It makes me think sometimes like they push this, and I understand pandemic. I understand that definition. I understand what everybody, I understand that part. But there's a lot of things that go on in the world that people are dying of that are like high price things that people have to pay to even try to get some kind of help.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And people die from these things like constantly, like it's a thing. It's embedded in your DNA that you might get this and that. But simplest form of like a diabetic. You know what I'm saying?
Prices is big bitch.
Right. So then when you look at the fucking pill, and this one pill is like
$1,500.
What the fuck?
That's why niggas
You
talk
need a
about-
monthly dose, and you have to
saying
come out of your
the
pocket
video,
$1,500.
And then like you lose your job, boom, you dead.
Yup.
Cause you need this shit to live,
Yo.
not some shit to make my acne clear up. I'm talking about some shit.
Right.
Where if I don't take this shit, I can't regulate my T cells, or I
Right.
can't take this shit, I can't regulate my sugar the proper way
Right.
because I need this shit right here, and that shit be through the roof prices.
That's what my T Jones did when the pandemic popped off. You know, you can't go into no place. They weren't letting nobody get nothing. So she needed to get her scripts and shit. That's where they switched over to sending scripts through the mail. But we know how the mail is. But that's supposed to be priority,
That's when the
right?
mail jammed up, though.
Right, exactly. So you calling in, and you know you sending in for a 60-day supply. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't get that 60-day supply. They only send you a 30-day supply. Okay, well that's good. That gets me through 30 days, but I'm still have to call back and go through the same bullshit to try to get this other 30 days or 60 days because of what they're saying in the system. Well, we sent you a 60 day. Well, I already received the 30
When
day.
they saying 60 day, 30 day, that shit still. You talking about 60, 30 days? Like, fuck that, doesn't matter. Like, this shit should be unlimited. Like, you know
No.
Like,
Right. That's my point. That's my point. Like,
you talking about 60 or 30 days? Like, 60 days don't make me less depressed than 30 days. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's like 60 days and I'm jammed up.
right.
It's over with.
Well, see, that's where it was like,
If I
okay,
don't
well,
get this shit
well, that's where she was like, well, fuck it, I gotta change my shit, and she
shit,
just
man.
switched her whole game up when it came to that, to where now physically
supposed to
she
be
doesn't
sending
need like 2
y'all
or
supposed
3
to
of
be
these
sending
pills.
me this shit.
She don't even take her shot no more because she's got all that shit managed due to the fucking pandemic of shit not coming in like they were supposed to. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all supposed to be sending me this shit in excess. I'm supposed to have an excess surplus supply in case of type of shit.
You would think that,
No,
but like you said,
you would think that, especially when you consider what it actually costs these people to manufacture this shit.
no, yeah. And
The
what
shit
they're
they be
selling it
charging
at what they're selling it
The
for.
shit they be charging for $1,500 a pill be costing them literally 2 cents a pill to make. Literally, in some cases.
And half the time they don't even know, or
Not
they
chicken,
do
'cause
know
I'm talking about
the side
they have
effects. They just
units
don't give a fuck.
In which they, I guess, how they produce it, or maybe they got their own factories at this point. But whatever the cost consumption process, what basically comes down to them doing 2 cents on this pill, as far as they spending costs to bring it to market. Now, of course, they got other expenditures, but when you get talking about $1,500 for that one pill, and it only costs 2 cents to make. It's unreal.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's like, cause it's like y'all ain't even winning. Y'all over winning for no reason. Like you
Overly
see what I'm
just
saying?
greedy.
Like, you could charge $200 a pill, and you would still be, you know what I mean, winning on. You know what I mean? Like it's like you just doing it just cause.
And it's off of like shit that's like necessity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
That's what I'm saying.
diabetes,
It's some
congestive
shit that
heart
you can't just,
failure,
like,
fucking
I
you got
forget it,
fucking
I
people
won't
with
do it.
fucking
won't do it.
asthma and shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's multiple things that everybody lives with that they need. EpiPens. Why are EpiPens so fucking expensive? You go to any other country and it's like a joke compared to over here. You know what I'm saying? $300, $600, $900 for a fucking EpiPen.
Damn, but see, the whole thing.
Yeah, you be like, what?
In other countries, we be hating that many more would be less developed, so you subject to have your shit ransacked at any moment. Although you got pretty good health care, you gonna need it.
Well, like you said though, some of the media perceive some of those areas as
some of the
third world
media
countries, but they're not.
Kind of accurate because niggas be going to war with the government in some of these areas. Like Colombia is a beautiful area. I'm pretty
Didn't
sure
what's
all
the
the
name just
people
go
are
there?
beautiful. But when they want to go
Brandon?
to war with the government,
Brandon.
because y'all
Vegas?
locked up El Chapo.
Oh, I don't know.
I just saw a fucking he had sent a picture for
That shit happens all the time.
from Colombia.
Beautiful, beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? He had sent a picture of fucking something. It looked fucking
And it's
amazing.
beautiful, like that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. But it's a little bit different in terms of. I mean, you gotta be a beast when you do. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you can go to these places, but you better be a beast with it on some of this shit. just like, you know, you can live comfortably in Dubai your whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as being a rich nigga, I'm assuming, but like the dude, the white boy that got jammed up on the CBD oil.
Yeah.
In his car. That he
In
proved
Australia.
wasn't
No,
his.
Dubai. Yeah, Dubai.
Yeah, and that, well, he proved it wasn't his. He got 25 years. They jails ain't like ours. Like, you gotta go to jail for some. Like, even conspiracy sounds reasonable compared to that. Like, and you know how I feel about Rico. You know what I mean? Like, even that shit sound reasonable too. Like, they ain't fucking with it. They don't care, nigga. It was in your car, nigga. You can prove, nigga, it wasn't yours, nigga. You was around it. 25 years.
Yep. There was a
CBD oil.
before I got
CBD oil. Nigga wasn't even getting high.
Before I got attached to my ship, there was a bust fucking in Australia, and
So
there was like
that. I ain't
three.
trying to stay in Dubai a day.
There was like three or four people that were involved, and they had a crystal meth thing going on. They had like a little thing
that's
at the
illegal,
fucking on the ship. No, straight up, yeah. They were gonna hit port in Australia
I'm
and
saying
make a
CBD
deal.
is legal
and-
in most places.
No, right. I'm just saying.
Yeah, right.
So they made a deal with Undercover. Fucking boom, they got pinched. Fucking they got hit up. They have to do 15 years in Australia. Then when they come back, they have to be up for Leavenworth military jail. Fucking and do their time over here. So you're pretty much done with life. Like, and like you said, it's CBD and crystal meth. But my point is you're gonna have to do your time here, and you still gotta come back and do your time here. You're fucked regardless.
Different rules, and then you go to a Russian jail. You ain't got no homies.
And you may not even make it.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't like, you talking about doing your sentence. Good luck. You ain't got no homies.
You seen
know
that?
Nobody.
Have you seen that?
No, I'm just saying like.
No. Like the documentary when it comes about the prisons, the
Well, I'm
different
just saying
prisons.
like, you know, when people be having, they be touring or be a tourist or something like that, they can fuck around and get jammed up.
Yeah.
A little pocket knife or something that was fine to fly with or some dumbass shit. You know what I mean? But you can have
The ASAP Rocky shit where he was overseas and fucking he was in jail over there for a little bit.
Right, like where it's like that shit because you don't know, like you don't, man, fuck all that. That's why a lot of niggas don't travel. And I don't blame them because you can get. Bro, this nigga got 25 years for CBD oil cartridges that wasn't even his. He was able to prove they wasn't his, but he was like, nigga, you was around them and you didn't tell us. They yours, bitch. 25 years.
Yep.
25? Not 2.5? CBD oil.
Motherfuckers be tripping when it comes to certain shit.
CBD oil. Not 1,000 cartridges, not just like a vape pen or some shit. A nigga had it like got left in the car. And he got jammed up on some police shit. And they searched the car and got that 25 years.
Yeah.
Nigga 24.
In Singapore, you can get caned for fucking spitting gum out on the ground.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So we talking about this is gonna get out when he
You can get beat.
presumably without some type of influence from the U.S. government, he gonna get out when he 49 for CBD oil in a Indian prison where in a country where there are cultures where they wipe their ass with their left hand. So imagine what the prison like.
I've seen a spot like that where you walk in the bathroom and there was a bucket. No bullshit. And it wasn't like it was in a glamorous area that we were
I
at.
don't even want to talk about this. I wasn't going into a shit capade, I swear.
So yeah, there's one of those there. Like it's real shit.
I know this
like,
is
for
real. I know this is
real.
real.
Like,
This is a part of some cause. I ain't saying all Indians do this.
No.
I'm not going that route, you know what I mean?
But
I'm just saying that's
he's
a part
speaking
of
facts. Like no
this is
bullshit.
part of some
Like
culture. This is why shaking the left handshake is considered disrespectful.
it's the same thing with your feet.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to sit. If you sit, you do not show the bottom of your feet to an individual. That's disrespectful. You get your ass fucked up for doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, they got different cultures.
Yeah, I looked that shit
You better
up.
know your shit when you go somewhere. You know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta know
The
these-
fundamentals. At least.
It's damn near like, you know, same things, you know, you go
And
to
don't be the typical U.S.
wearing
American
a damn
person.
red suit in the wrong parts of the day.
Yeah.
Don't show up with
I
jewelry.
looked that shit up because me and Antoinette was talking about going to Dubai one time, and like they got certain times that they all like stop and pray and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
And,
You
like,
gotta do that. If
Yep.
you move in disrespect,
Yep.
fuck around and get violated depending on who.
Well,
around you ain't
during Ramadan,
Right.
and I've been in Bahrain during that time, and
Okay, you gotta
you
be
better
fine.
hurry up and get your ass into a fucking building because they do not play. No bullshit. We were leaving the base, and you start hearing the bells, and then all of a sudden you start seeing people stopping, and it's just like, oh shit, and it's like, and you better find a spot somewhere, you know what I'm saying, because they're gonna. It's not like you ain't get fucked with right on the spot, but for one, you stand out. I don't care fuck who you are. You stand the fuck out.
That's
you know
what
what I'm
I'm
saying? So
You know what I'm saying?
they gonna
and
know
they
who the
don't
fuck
give
you
a fuck
are.
about your celebrity because you be
Right.
talking to niggas that never heard of you.
You be a normal
Yeah.
motherfucker, and they know who the fuck you are. You ain't gotta be celebrity. You be a normal average Joe in that motherfucker, and they be like,
I'm just saying, like, when you go, like, I'm just saying, it's to that degree. Like, people, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you ain't even gotta be like, you can be a celebrity, though. Niggas don't know who the fuck you is. You
right.
Michael Jackson,
Right.
of course, he was transcendent, so he was known upon all cultures and even the lands that really didn't have.
People faint
You know what I mean? Like,
worldwide.
You know what I mean?
Faint.
Like, he was uber famous. He was the ultimate famous. So niggas be comparing themselves to him, and they not, cause they go to these countries, and then Freddie Gibbs got locked up on a false rape charge.
mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yeah, he was over there. I forgot. I think it was in Russia, maybe. What was he at?
Wow.
It was somewhere. Let me look it up. Let me be accurate.
I don't know, but that was really good.
He ended up having
That line, I was kind of scared about that line because I was like, no, I don't know how that bitch is gonna hit me because I don't like that tart fucking sour. But that bitch with pineapple is on point.
Yeah.
I'll definitely probably kill the rest of that bottle at home, but making that drink, no bullshit. Yeah. Not saying that the other one wasn't good.
Yeah.
But you definitely have to. Me personally, I take that into like a movie night. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere, or, you know, you at the place, you got some friends over, or just, you know what I'm saying, you and the lady or whatever, and maybe you even watching a fucking family movie with the kids or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got you a drink going and fucking, that was the first one. This is definitely fucking like, okay, I just got home, I need something quick, fast, that's gonna hit me, but meaning I don't have to put too much effort into it, making it, but I'm still gonna feel right.
Yeah, because you could use like the lime juice that come in a little thing if you want to.
Yeah. No. I agree. No, and not knocking anybody. Yeah. I dig it. I dig what you're saying. But
that should be extra tart, nigga.
Yeah, it's okay. So, just letting you know. You know how you got the minced garlic that's in the jars.
Yeah.
Jars? So when you purchase that compared to getting fresh garlic, it's a lot more stronger.
He was locked up in
fresh
France on a alleged rape charge that was taking place in Austria in 2015. So, like, that's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? Like, on some shit where you don't even understand they jurisdictions, extraditions, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Like, you see what I'm saying? How they police.
So
like,
now,
you know, state to state has different policies on different shit.
Now,
you can go to a different state, have warrants somewhere else, and you might not.
Okay, my question is,
you know what I mean?
My question is the example that you just gave, right? Now, when a situation happens like that, would this be up to the individual that's traveling to another culture? Would that be that individual's responsibility to know how they operate as in just fundamental?
Well, that's the thing. It ain't necessarily about fundamental because I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure that probably wasn't even his. He was able to prove it wasn't his. So it don't even come down to that sometimes. You see what I'm saying?
No. I get that, but I'm still asking. But I get that, but I'm still.
In America, see what I'm saying?
I get
ways
that.
to go about that
Right.
will get you
Right,
expunged
but I'm
from
still,
that
but I'm still
immediately.
asking that
You see
question
what I'm saying?
though.
Especially
Is
if
it,
you was able to prove that it wasn't yours in
Right.
any capacity.
but is
But-
it still that individual's
saying?
responsibility to know at least the fundamentals
I mean,
of the culture?
You gotta know the fucking
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like,
You don't ever step on somebody's turf and you don't know what's going
that's why
on.
I say
Right,
motherfuckers
right,
be just traveling
right.
like, oh, I just want to travel. That shit. That's what I'm saying.
That's where I'm
saying they be
separating.
shitting on people that don't travel, and it's like.
That nigga Juvenile said it's enemy turf that I'm on, and I'm gonna play it how it go. Like,
But I'm just saying, people be shitting on people that don't travel and not understand that some people like, okay, that's a lot for people to like look into shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody
Like,
has
you
a
start
thing
talking
when it
about
comes to
language
travel,
barriers and stuff like
but
that, depending on the culture you in.
you have to at least at one
You gotta
time
know
in
how
your
niggas-
life have to
Yeah.
venture at least
know what
out
I'm
of
saying?
your.
and they don't even
you-
care about
President,
trying.
They
To,
don't try. They don't care to try. There's people in Italy that have only spoke Italian their whole life. They don't. You know what I mean? They don't care to learn other. There's. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right. But see, then again, you look at the difference, right? Because of what one individual is looking at of, okay, well, I'm trying to learn, or just better one's perception of life, you know, because once you start traveling, or, you know, just, you start going, just if you go out
I'm
of
not
just.
saying that I don't understand traveling. I travel.
No,
You
no,
know,
I
I'm
know
saying
this.
that-
I know this. I'm very aware.
But I'm saying that for some people, I very much don't understand it because I be looking at this shit. I be watching a lot of these shows where niggas be getting jammed up on some bullshit.
Locked
End
up abroad.
Locked up in Bahrain or some shit. Over there, they stuck in Prague in a prison somewhere where nobody don't know them, and they ain't even got the type of family that can pull it off. You see what I'm saying?
And even if you do got family over here
They
and
have
trying
no
to,
pull
yeah,
over there.
and will
Like,
give
your
the
lawyers got
runaround
no pull
all the
over
time.
there. Like, then you got no bread for that type of shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, you on a little visit, like you paid your little trip dues or whatever, like, you know, your 2,000, whatever the fuck you did to travel. You know, just on some regular shit, but
Yeah,
you don't
but
know the,
because
you
they
what I'm
know
saying?
where you're coming from, they know that maybe your money might be, you know, a little bit more in value, so they might try to, you know, extort a little bit more than the normal. Not
Well,
saying everybody,
not even
but I'm just saying
extort,
sometimes that's been shown
but-
when it
but-
comes to.
Cause they don't even be like that sometimes. Like most of the time, it's just about they don't give a fuck. It's the same. They treat it the same way as Americans do. When it's like ignorance is no exception for the law. It's the same thing over there. But you don't care. You violate the code. Like you can fuck around, say the wrong shit, and just end up in a bad predicament. Like
Now, I've seen people personally where they get that alcohol in them and they literally forget where the fuck they at. And I'm not trying to just narrow it down, but just from my own personal humble experience, it's usually one demographic that usually acts the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And they usually, you know, trying to bogard or bully or try to dominate the situation, and they literally, because they're inebriated in the situation, they forget where the fuck they at, and next thing you know, you locked up, and you didn't realize that we done left, and now it's another thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you thought it was because of your status of whatever this was where we're attached to.
that's what I'm saying.
like nigga,
Don't-
you're not even supposed to drink over here.
You can't even drink over here. You done got fucked up and did some dumb shit.
You
That's what
you
I'm
supposed to
saying.
be in a place that you're not
Well, a lot of
supposed to be
people are.
in, and you sitting there talking shit to a bouncer.
Right. Well, you should.
And so guess what happens? So now you supposed to be Billy Badass, and now you getting ambulanced back to your location. You know what I'm saying? I've had to sit there and stare and watch on a person that fucking bummed a cigarette from a person that was on the street. Supposedly that's what the story was. Smoked it, and it was laced with PCP.
Of course. Yeah,
This motherfucker came back, was tripping balls.
It
Had
happened.
to stay and watch, right? Check this out though. Dishonorable discharge. kicked you out. We didn't give a fuck that you didn't know who the fuck it was. You weren't supposed to be over here.
Right, in the first
You
place.
right. So guess what? You're getting kicked out, and that's how it ended up happening. I was just like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Out of there.
damn, like, just off of some bullshit. Just I'm fucked up. Let me get a cigarette.
Because
you know what I'm saying?
ignorance is no exception to the law. This is how it's treated. So that's what I'm saying. You go to these other cultures, and I'm saying it's more about the prisons, bro. You know what I'm talking about? It really know where you go, or how a nigga feel about your case. That matter, because it could be of a significant detriment to you to get locked up in some of these prisons. Like, for example, they got niggas that be in prison in Russia, and they use domes and shit on their back, like cathedral tattoos, to show how long they've been in there. Like prison. Related shit. But you coming in there, some squeaky eyed. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Tourist, nigga.
One or two things is gonna happen. You either gonna be tormented and tortured the whole fucking time that you're there, or you gonna or somebody there is gonna take you underneath their wing.
You better pray for it.
And you know what? No, the only reason why I say
That's like a prison movie.
Right. Because sometimes
You better pray for it.
Niggas say, "Come here, young blood," in France and in French.
and the only reason why I say this is because it's been documented when it comes to certain individuals that've been in those situations where that has happened. You know what I'm saying? It's not often. We all know this. You know what I'm saying? But you know that's one or two options. That's all that's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that Russian prison shit, like what you were saying, how they transport the fucking prisoners is fucking crazy. They keep a dog, and they fucking they have him handcuffed, and they have him bent over with their leg, or not the legs, but their fucking arms up, so where that you don't know where you're going and how you're getting there. You know what I'm saying? Just for transport. So I think it's a bag or a blindfold, and then because of the angle of how you're fucking transported like this, you're handcuffed, and then you're transported like this.
This
you
is
have to
like
walk like
nightmare
this,
right now.
and you don't know. You can't really figure out what the fuck.
That's a
you know what I'm
top
saying?
10 worst nightmare type of shit. That's what I'm saying. Like to
That's like some Saw shit.
right,
Yeah.
jail and overseas, because it's like no family visits. It's no familial
Yep.
ability.
I saw another one
Like
that
you
I
gotta
think
write to the president. And
it was like
get a pardon or something. You know what I mean? Like niggas you locked up abroad, you gotta talk to a nigga.
yeah. I think it was like
a connection.
Ve-
Like you know what I'm saying?
Venezuela
Like you fuck like Chuck on a rainy day, like
or Peru. There was a prison where everybody's like, it's just an open place with just the hundreds and hundreds of people. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like there is no cell. Like everybody's just sleeping on whatever the fuck they can find.
It's an open area.
Yeah, and
That's what I'm saying.
people get killed every day like it ain't shit, and then it's just like,
Right.
you know, like they have corpse detail. Like, oh, okay, we figured there's gonna be at least 2 tonight, but the average is 5. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Squid Game.
what? You know what I'm saying? It's like
Squid Games. You know what I'm saying? These prisons where
I mean, the nigga paying, but ain't nobody gonna win no money. But
no, it don't even be like that. It be prisons. It's just prisons where, like, again, I'm saying like your culture ain't their culture. Like they don't care.
and their badasses are different from your badasses.
Right, your badass.
You know what I'm saying? So
but they badasses used to fight bears. Like Khabib Nurmagomedov, right? He retired now because his daddy died and he didn't want to do it no more. Respect, all respect to him. But when you talk about him as a kid, he used to wrestle bears for real. It's no surprise he got to the UFC and was ultimate dominator his entire time, and only decided to retire as defeat. You know what I mean? Like, no They used to get on niggas. And, you know what I mean? Immediately, Conor McGregor, all of them, he on their ass, grab them. He get on the motherfucker, grab him. You never getting up. You never getting up. Yeah, it's like, oh, video coming out like when he was a kid, he used to wrestle bears. Like, no, like they had like bears in their house and shit, and they'd be like, him and the bear, like, they would wrestle all the time. They was friends. They would just wrestle. He used to wrestle bears. Like as a little kid, he had a friend like it was like a bear cub, and he was like 5. You see what I'm saying? Like so, they was like
Equal in there.
you know what I mean? Like they used to wrestle. Like this is when he was 5. He was 5 wrestling bears.
He was already.
Well, you see what I'm saying? Like, what do you think you are to him?
Yeah.
Imagine what the 5-year-old wrestling team would have looked like.
Yeah.
Barbecue chicken.
Papa Bear.
Barbecue chicken.
I just knocked out Papa Bear, Mama Bear, Baby Bear.
Everything.
You wrestling different sized bears at 5 and 6 and 7. Like you're nothing.
Well, what do you do with the claws? Well, I'd catch it right before it mauls me to
like,
death.
yeah,
but you know,
they're not trying to maul like.
no, I was trying to be funny. It's a friendly thing, but I was trying to be funny. If you took it to the extreme, like the bear's trying to kill him, and he's like, "Oh, he's just so friendly."
That's like a real video, and I didn't want to exaggerate for niggas that's gonna see the video. But you know, he really wrestling bears of different sizes over time, and like you know what I'm saying, like that was really something they did. Like that was normal shit. Like,
Yeah.
Of course, Conor McGregor was of no consequence to a nigga like that. You see what I'm saying? Like these type of people have different type of cultures in life, like to speak to the prisoners that they have. Like you see what I'm saying? Like niggas be like, oh, I had a hard life. Niggas be like, he grew up in a frozen tundra. With like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like damn near buried. His mama abandoned him or some shit. Like he grew up and became a thief or some shit. You know what I mean? Like type of shit. Like you be thinking you had it hard, like
Right.
Cause you went to a boys' home.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. Like, no, them niggas have a different type of life.
Right.
Like,
well, see, that's where I see
niggas get lost in
where
like,
it's beneficial to
raised by
travel,
chimpanzees and shit.
to understand sometimes how other people's background is different. You know, not knocking anybody that doesn't, but I'm saying that's the greatest thing when it comes to traveling.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, just for the simplicity of just going to a different state.
Russia's
you
never
can
been
see
a vacation spot. No one's ever been like, I want to go to Russia. No one's ever been like, that's what. That's like,
yeah, that's probably at the bottom of my list.
Like, you want to go to Russia? I'm not saying you don't want to go to Russia.
Yeah, it's on the list, but it's at the bottom.
No one's to go to Russia because you know what's coming with Russia.
They ain't playing.
It's North Face time. It's time for me to buy some North Faces. I'm gonna have to get some Columbia shoes. My Army Heat boys, right?
And come respect.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
humble
right.
than
Ain't no cute shit.
Because they ain't playing.
Right. Like you see what I'm saying? Like,
kick your ass right there on the street.
You go to France.
You like, what the fuck just happened?
Like, you know what I mean? Now you know. Oh yeah. Depending on what parts you're going to Russia, and even those parts, depending on time, you know what's up.
Yep.
You seen Vladimir Putin?
And don't even look at a motherfucker sideways.
Niggas be out there.
Cause you definitely rolling the dice on that bitch.
Vladimir Putin out there. The president testing state-of-the-art rifles in paramilitary group. Paraphernalia. I want to say that one more time. Paramilitary paraphernalia. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, he tested different state-of-the-art rifles and shit like that. Like that's the type of culture they come from. Like the president test this shit. It's like, nah, this bitch ain't hitting like how I want it. When I hit him, I want him to blow up. Like, I want him to combust.
No existence.
No existence. I don't want him to live at all. Like a video game. Like
I know. I met. Well,
like,
I was
very like we different.
Very cool with an individual that I knew. His name was Boris. Obviously, he was Russian. Some of the stories that he shared just from growing up, you would be like, "What?" Like back to what he's saying is just like what he was like. Yeah, it was like normal day. Like you know, you gotta get the bottle of vodka. You know, this is at 3 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Walking through the cold. You got him and a little brother. You know what I'm saying? And his little brother, which was funny when we went on deployment, he was attached to the ship. So you know what I'm saying? Some of the stories that he would share, it was just like what? Like. And then you think back about yourself, and you're like, shit, like,
that's what I'm trying to tell you. They live a different type of life.
This, and you here, like, you here now, you know what I'm saying?
You go until you go to jail, it's gonna be different. They're not gonna be like your type of prison. They're not gonna be no crip ass nigga, nutty block. It's gonna be some nigga that will literally
from Hachefafan, and he gonna fuck you up, like off of just
beat the shit out. Like that's in they
what?
culture. Like
expect that tomorrow.
I was watching Joe Rogan's
like,
podcast. He talking about that shit. But you know, Iceland. You know, a lot of the world's strongest men come from Iceland, which inherently is associated with Vikings and Viking DNA and shit. And a lot of these niggas like the mountain, the nigga that played the mountain.
That's definitely on the list.
Oh yeah, that real big ass nigga.
That place looks.
Like him and his daddy, his father. Like, have you ever seen Tyson Fury daddy? Tyson Fury daddy like 6'3", 250.
Yeah.
Right. Of course, Tyson Fury is 6'9", 280.
And that's
Well,
on
it's
the,
genetics.
that's
Right,
on the
like-
small end.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
You know, the offspring's supposed to be stronger than the next genetics.
That's how genetics.
How it
You
is.
see what I'm saying? Like that's how they culture.
Yeah.
Like, you see what I'm saying? Like it's cultures like that. Like in Africa, it's similar. Like now, of course, in America, we don't do it like that.
We
just
fluctuate
go off of,
depending on who we breed with.
There's income things that go into it, but a lot of these cultures have
I was talking from genetics.
like Iceland only has 300,000 people. That's the whole population. So when you consider how many strong men come from there, you see what I'm saying? Like
you look at what 70%.
right. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like
The niggas used to be in that competition pulling trucks and shit.
Strong man, still be going hard.
How many people that come from
Naturally.
there be like yeah. But,
And it don't even be like a gym. It be like, yo, they out there
but
farming.
I'm saying, Hotter Bjornsson is 6'9", 200 and no. Well, now he probably like 290 now. But he normally was he been losing a lot of weight for a boxing match and shit. Normally he been trying to be when he was in World's Strongest Man, he was 6'9", 440 pounds.
Damn,
Like,
that's a big motherfucker.
you see what I'm saying? Like and you seen what he looked like. So not no fat, just 440 pounds. So
Of just
when you talk about, you think about that from a Viking standpoint.
Nigga like,
If you
it's like
like back
the
before
only way you
guns
can hurt him
became
is hit
a
him in
thing.
the points.
Back before guns became a thing. You had to run up on him like, and it's like a king is like, bring your best warrior out against my best warrior. You know, you gonna have to bring out like LeBron versus. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
Gladiator, that shit.
yeah.
and he probably gonna get murdered by Hotter Bjornsson. No disrespect to LeBron, but I'm just saying like a very large nigga, I would think would be somebody like LeBron that's like 6'8", fluctuated between at times 240, 260, like but athletic. You know what I mean? Can move. You like you see the difference between what they like and people like Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Like those people is their culture is like that. Like his daddy was a fighter. Like this dude has been doing this shit forever. That's why he don't get tired.
He was a bare knuckle brawler.
Yeah. Like, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, like for real. They was talking about it like I ended up watching YouTube on the shit.
Y'all ever seen that movie Snatch? Oh, that's like the perfect. It got Brad Pitt. It got the dude from Transporter in it. No, well
I don't think so.
Okay, well the point is bare knuckle boxing, right? So they got this boxer that they put in a fucking fight with this bare knuckle champion. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, this dude's big. He's like, and he's knocking the fucking bag off the chain and shit, right? Brad Pitt come in there. You know what I'm saying? He's all lean and shit, like maybe half his size and shit. And fucking he lets him like beat up on him for like a good 5 minutes.
That's a movie.
No. The point is fucking
Like,
when he finally.
no, like a lean person on like a bare knuckle boxer letting a nigga beat him up. He can't Ali him. Like Ali was like 6'5", like 250 or 40. You know what I mean? Like
Okay, well,
you see what I'm saying? Like,
but my
like he
point,
was lean
okay, but
for
my
a
point
heavyweight.
is,
You see what I'm saying? Like
but
that's
my
not
point
realistic. Like a
is-
nigga come into a place, he 5'9", 160, and he gonna let a nigga that's 6'5", 255 just beat up on him. He gonna break his ribs
okay,
immediately.
So,
Yeah.
Like that's what
I'm not
Michael
disagreeing.
Jaleel White was
My
talking about.
point is fucking. He was a boxer. He was a bare knuckle fighter, champion. So when he finally when they actually fought, it was pretty much one punch. He was
That's
done.
what Michael Jaleel White was talking about with Bruce Lee, and everybody got mad about that. He's like, I could beat Bruce Lee ass. People don't know Michael Jaleel White is like a degree black belt instructor, trainer,
Right.
sensei, master,
Right.
who is like 6'3", 255, pure muscle, fast as like Bruce Lee was like 5'6", 140. All the Utah shit ain't gonna matter if Michael Jaleel White get his hands on him. He do all the shit he want. He think all he want. He can be fast as lightning and all of that. This right here, you're done. How you gonna get that hand off you?
Get over here.
How you gonna get that hand off you?
Slang that nigga off.
No, because remember, Michael Jaleel White is a degree black belt.
Right,
Like,
I'm aware.
like it's not like size doesn't matter.
Most
at all.
definitely aware.
Size matters some. Like it don't matter all the time. Cause yeah, there's 5'5" niggas I've seen knock out big ass niggas. I've seen, you know what I mean? Yeah, there's all types of crazy scenarios. But on average, when your country averages strong men, world's strongest men winners. You see what I'm saying? These ain't like Hot Throw Beyonce. We talk world's strongest man. These niggas picking up like 1,500 pounds, breaking records like in deadlift. That wasn't even like the first nigga did 1,000. That was Eddie Hall. He did 500 kilos. So we get to talking about, and he was from I think he's from Britain type of shit. But when you go to talking about what these type of dudes from Iceland be doing, when you go talking about like Mariusz Pudzianowski and all these people, like these guys be.
I'm not familiar with any of those people.
Well, I know the names, fucking motherfucker, but we got to talk about what do you think a punch from that nigga feels like? Like he's 440, but he you know what I mean? He's picking up like
It's probably a beast.
2,000 pounds. Like,
But then it also
like-
goes back to like technical, right? Like how does a person punch, and how does he deliver that power, right? Because brute force doesn't always
yeah, but
mean.
that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm
That's why
saying?
I
It
say when
depends.
you go back
Like
to,
you're strong, but can you throw a punch? Have you thrown punches? You know what I'm saying? Like have you? And if you have, like have you thrown them properly?
well,
You know what I'm saying?
At that particular size that we talking about, it could fall on a nigga and kill him. 6'9", 440, bro. A nigga get on top of you.
Oh no, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying, like sometimes it's like technical when it comes to it.
Squeeze you to death.
Yeah,
No, like just squeeze you to death.
yeah. If
Like,
he gets a hold of you,
like,
yeah.
like no.
The
You gotta
ultimate
get
bear
him.
hug, nigga.
Right.
You gotta get you. First off, you gotta punch him. Type of shit.
Right.
He coming at you. I get my hands on you. You're dead. No, this nigga's like, you don't understand how strong. I be watching these world strong niggas.
No, right. I've seen
Like
him.
these niggas be, bro, unearthly strong. Like I know them ain't words, but what the fuck? Like these niggas be out here pulling like nigga like
Juggernaut.
yeah,
Niggas.
Right.
yeah, like just
Right.
doing this shit. It be I'm trying to think of this nigga's name. I know
If
it.
you ain't Wolverine,
And he
pretty
young
much.
nigga, he like 25. He like 6'5", 330. Like he
even then you gotta get the
he
helmet
lean.
off.
He lean compared to most of the world's strongest man weights. He like 330, 6'5". So he like real slender nigga, but he like a he from like Croatia, Russia. He from somewhere like that. And that nigga been doing it. He was just doing the shit like where it just was like. That's what I'm saying. Like he not even like one of them niggas like where he like super big.
Right.
He's just 6'5". Like he 330 from muscle mass, of course.
Right.
But he not like when you see him, you be like he ain't 330. It's just like he's 6'5" with like a very solid frame. So he'd be about 300 pounds. You know what I mean, like that. But he's not like I have to be honest, like or like Brian Shaw, and I think he's American, but like he's 6'8", 450.
Damn.
These dudes are mountains. You know what I mean? Like, like you talking about these niggas get their hands on you, what you gonna do? All that punching shit don't hurt them niggas. Yeah, you can tire them out, you can run. That's an option, true.
Eye gouge.
Right. Yeah, you gotta reach up there.
Well, no, I'm saying if he got a hold of you, fucking, I'm thinking like, okay, eye gouge, maybe. Maybe try to clap the ears, fucking, bow, fucking.
I don't think your arm's gonna be free.
Right.
Well, I can show you the YouTube.
You trying to fucking headbutt like a motherfucker.
Like on some friendly shit, like
Tryna-
a YouTube channel where he
I'm
be
trying
doing,
something.
with different like, UFC fighters, like, cause like you know you got like workout channels and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes like his friends be coming through, so like
Yeah.
friend. So it'd be different UFC fighters, and they trying to like pin him or
Like little mini challenges and shit.
Right, like no out wrestle him, like get from up under him.
Yeah.
Unsuccessful every time.
Yeah.
Like there's no, it's not how you think. Like niggas like 400 pounds, bro. Like most niggas can't lift 400 pounds, bro. Like
Oh, I'm not saying I'll be able to
like,
get out of it.
like,
I'm just saying I'm gonna try
but
every
this is like
single
400
way.
pounds is what he weigh.
Yeah,
it's
you're
not
fucked.
his opposing force.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like you gotta lift 400 pounds, but get his opposing force opposite of his opposing force. Like it sounds cool in theory. Like yeah, you got an opportunity, but shorty, you like shooting that nigga
Very
in the
small
chest a couple
opportunity.
times.
Very small.
You ain't gonna have no opportunity.
Nope.
What's he like?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey,
Your window like this big, and if you can't jump through it,
most
pretty
time, like,
much
you
fucked.
try to like kick that nigga in the nuts. Maybe that'll be like your only option, and hope that they give you enough time to run away, cause that don't really last so long.
yeah.
And after that, he's really.
No, it's the follow through afterwards.
Yeah, but that.
But even then, like you said,
so
fucking,
like, this
you're
nigga
gonna
walks
still
around
move.
at 440 pounds.
Yeah, that's
You have to be to rock his bell.
yeah.
Do you think you got what it takes
Yeah.
to really rock his bell
Wouldn't wanna put
enough for
myself
you
in
to
that.
be able to? You see what I'm saying? For you got enough.
You got to hit that sweet spot
Right,
on
you
point.
Right, you gotta hit him perfectly.
You gotta find that
You
throat
got one right.
right there.
Hit him with that Denzel.
Right.
You got to start getting.
That nigga hit him
You
with
have to fucking take away the air so that the muscles can't function,
Yeah.
and then go to work. Then you can do whatever the fuck you want.
They tried it.
But
Man,
What
I
you say?
right, no, well, like he was saying, nuts, maybe nuts.
That's about it.
Then wear that fucking quick
Cause I can show you
delay,
YouTube, bro. They
then
don't go.
throat.
Because that gets you in the stomach too.
Right,
You be like,
right.
yeah.
Then throat,
This nigga
So now you cut
big,
off
they couldn't,
air.
Like, the dudes couldn't like reach
and
him.
then nose,
They couldn't like wrap they
because you don't want him to see.
Like
Eyes start
like,
watering.
let's say like you trying to rear neck and choke him, and then he like lay down.
Oh no, why would you rear nigga choke? That's a thick neck to be.
That's what I'm
hard.
saying.
I'm
Like,
just
what
saying
that
that
nigga
I wouldn't
like-
even.
You got to jump on a nigga
Yeah,
back, bro.
Like nah.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like it
Even
ain't-
when he pass out, you're fucked.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not formidable. It's not as formidable as you might would think it would be. And these guys are trained, like in taking guys down and Brazilian jiu-jitsu and all of that.
Yeah,
So like, these, and I'm talking. I'm saying the difference is no disrespect to kung fu and martial arts, but it's just not practical. Like it's been proven basically in every fight you've ever seen. Like outside of like the movies, karate don't like work.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
They've done the comparison when it comes to like different
maybe it
things.
used to work at a point in time when niggas was like, oh, it was like dishonorable to not practice karate. You know what I mean? Or some shit like that. Like you couldn't start. It's like stop. That's not honorable. You can't fight like that. You know, maybe then, but like, cause then.
But that's based off the culture though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, if you ever ran into a nigga that didn't give a fuck about a karate,
Right.
you probably gonna get your ass be like, niggas
Right.
they black belts and
Right.
shit like that. Shit sound cool, but.
Right.
Like if a nigga just want to grab your ass, like it's more of a martial, it's more of a discipline. Like like don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure there's some practitioners out there that have made it more applicable. Like Bruce Lee was one of them. Like most niggas wouldn't want to run across Bruce Lee because it's been shown in video demonstrations, like his 1-inch punch and his 6-inch punch was like devastating to a chest. Like, you know what I mean? Like so. I mean, that don't take martial arts. That's him punching. You see what I'm saying? Like, cause Bruce Lee was one of the only like martial artists that was like, yeah, but that shit don't apply to like real life. He made a martial arts style that applies. Was like a nigga trying to run up on you, and it's like 1-inch punch, nigga dead. Cave his chest in right there. He trying to run up on you for some shit. He was like, okay, you want my wallet? How about that? You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how his shit was. Like, for real, if you think, you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
what would a nigga do with that? When a nigga could punch you because you seen, like, the videos where it was like,
What's the reels
boom.
where they be having the motherfuckers like in heaven? And they be like,
What?
what?
Nah, his punch was faster than that. Now, I'm talking about the one where, you ain't seen the video of Bruce Lee where he had the one where it was like the one where the dude was sitting, he had the pad, he had the one where he did the 1-inch punch, he hit the nigga rock back, sat in the chair. Then he did like 6-inch punch, nigga hit that nigga and slid the chair.
Yeah.
Like, that's not, you see what I'm saying? That's similar to Deontay Wilder. Like, some niggas is born with that it factor, like celebrity shit, and some niggas is born with that it factor, like, boom.
Right.
That's what Mike Tyson, you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like you get, like, boxing is a sport.
Right.
Not everyone ever has devastating power. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a few guys, it's like they muscle mass or something develop different because it's like, oh, I've been hit hard. That nigga, they'll need to be back in boxing. You know what I mean? Like, I've been hit hard before. I know what a hard punch is. That nigga cheap. It's something in that nigga glove. Check him for steroids or something. Like, I don't believe that nigga's legal. Like,
I remember hearing a story about somebody in high school that was like that. They used to punch something, like iron plates or some shit in the backyard to where they would get calluses on their knuckles.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So that fucking, when they do fight, fucking, he's cutting your shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they have, that's what I'm saying. It's different people that do that shit. So it's like, it's crazy.
That's fucking wild. Like, what the fuck?
Oh shit.
And look, so you get all these different people. I'm sure you know that you violated, right?
No, you just took your shot.
Dude, it was only 24 seconds, bro.
Shot clock the show.
Do it.
You just took your shot.
And
Like, just took it.
We gonna find out.
Right.
Cause I'm definitely making note.
So that tells me false call shot. So somebody gonna take a shot when we come back to the next podcast.
Oh yeah, on the next one is
Somebody's fucked.
on the next one.
violation. I said you do know that was longer than 24 seconds.
It wasn't.
It was. But you know how real life.
And because you call him false, there's gonna be a shot on you.
I just said more than 24 seconds. I can't clock it.
I'm clocking episode
I didn't
57.
even take a shot. What you mean? I did. Cappuccino, right?
You are capping. You capping hard.
I did. I said take a shot. I told him take a shot.
I took a shot.
No, we was taking a shot because of the shot. I ain't tell you that you violated the shot clock. I said you know no more than 24 seconds.
What?
I think that was more than 24 seconds. That's all I said.
And I'm telling you that's false. And what we will know on episode
You
58.
can't make me agree to a bet though. At that point.
No. There's no bet. You're calling something that I'm telling you that's false, and because I'm telling you it's false, there's gonna be a violation on you for calling the false violation on me.
I didn't call it false violation.
Yes, you did, because you said that was longer than 24
Basically,
seconds.
You saying I'm a ref that didn't. I didn't pull my flag. I just said, hey, bro, you know you did more than 24 seconds.
And that would be a
ref
shot
telling you that
clock
you did
violation,
more.
correct?
Flag.
Nobody. How many flags did we call on you? Did we call any flags on you?
Hell yeah.
No, we didn't. It wasn't until afterwards because you need to see the proof.
Cap.
Cause you
You
bullshitted
just said
3-4 episodes before you actually took your shots.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, then.
So like I said,
And I know it's 24 seconds, and let's do it. Pussy.
Ooh.
Yeah,
This
play with
nigga.
me like you gonna try to talk
He-
to me.
So if it's
I
not
tried to
24
not
seconds,
talk
you
to
gonna take 2 next
I'm taking
episode?
one.
see now you are. What's up now, pussy?
Because if it's a false violation and
Wait, when y'all make this rule up?
See now you trying to pussyfoot around now, huh?
That's a rule.
See.
I was just asking a
See what I'm
question.
saying?
Now I want my mind jinx.
See now you just trying to pull out anything.
I
You
would've
just
put
trying
it
to
in
pull out
play.
anything now.
Now I want my mind jinx. If you gonna do that.
Mind jinx these nuts, nigga.
Yeah.
Take your shots. Be a
Watch
man.
your
Don't bullshit it like you've been doing on previous podcasts.
This nigga admitted that I thought what he thought, and then I called mind jinx. And he didn't give me my shot. Now he trying to talk crazy about me.
And my defense is a thought
That ain't got nothing
is
to
a
do with it.
quicker
What's your
reaction than an actual verbal.
I would have put the mind jinx in play.
I would, what's your topic though, Dubz?
Oh man, that boy Rick Ross. He was on the gram and he was talking about how, they got the tour that Boosie got kicked off of, right? And yeah, we gonna see.
I'm calling it. I'll put a bet on it.
You not gonna double or nothing?
I'll double that bitch.
Why would
I fucking know. I'll double up on that hoe. No bullshit. Let's go.
Why I gotta do that?
Because he said he'll double up.
Just because he said it, he the loser. You don't call no shots with me. You ain't the boss of this situation.
Nigga, I am the boss
be
because I'm
offended,
telling
nigga.
you fucking bullshit and you capping.
I'm the judge
Hard.
here, nigga.
As usual. Be capping.
I'm the executioner, nigga.
Of bullshit.
I'm the captain.
This nigga. And then what's gonna be crazy is on the next podcast it'll be like,
I don't remember.
right.
I'm gonna take notes. Let me get that lighter. I'm definitely gonna take notes.
Didn't happen.
I know they
So
get
that's a
I know they get the
violation right there.
timestamps now. So when I come back,
Didn't happen. Never happened. But what happened with Rick Ross?
he was online talking about how they be on tour and they be going to the clubs and stuff, and how dudes be in sections and it just be them and they be in there stunting, and it seemed like that dudes is trying to get money to impress other dudes.
They homosexual.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Rick Ross and them gonna be in the club tonight, nigga. We could all get this section, and
Yeah.
They homosexuals in the section.
he was like, ain't no females in there and all that. And then I started thinking back to like when I was younger and shit. And how it'd be a whole group of dudes in the mall. They all got like Maverick jerseys on, or they all got like black tees or white tees on and shit, and they all dressed alike. And I was like, bro, this shit, and we been roasting these dudes, bro.
As you think about it though, there's more, a bit like the 2000s birthed the metrosexual, right?
Yeah.
So there's more guys out here that are delusional to me on like a lot of these type of situations, but that's why I say the homosexuals, you know what I mean? They homosexuals. You know what I mean? Because I've seen it 100 times. With niggas, and I be like, we get a section and like, I nigga got the section, so you bring us to the section, we bring in the section. It's like, all right, bro, we pull up. You know what I'm saying? All right, bro, come in this. I'm in the section, bro. All right, bet. We get the section. It's like, all right, bro. I'm standing over here though. I'm gonna go. It's like 90 niggas in here. It's maybe 2 bitches. It's like, man, I'm gonna go stand on the dance floor. Like, I ain't trying to necessarily holler at no bitch, but like y'all done made it where I don't even just want to. I'd rather drink my drink over here. Like, it's too many know these niggas first off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's like, where it's like, where some
Yeah. Like, I remember, like, when I did, like, club a lot, like, it'd be, like, 3 or 4 of us that would go, and we would either be in the groups of 2, or we would, like, split up, and we would, like, meet back up, like, later on. Like, I think on the previous podcast, I told y'all the story about how, like, we split up, and one of the homies fell asleep on the couch
Right,
while somebody was getting dropped.
Right.
What you mean?
Like when we talked about the dude getting hit and he like split the crowd.
Yeah, did the Pardon of the Red Sea
Yeah.
in the club, you know.
So like that shit is crazy. I mean, I always knew that dudes move like that. You know what I'm saying? Like me and the homies going out and we fist to, but
Nah, I mean, well, see me, I usually.
I guess niggas do it different.
I meet up with my homies like if I'm going to the club and shit, I might have like first off, I gotta go with the lit homies, cause I gotta go with the niggas that's independent. Like I can't be with niggas that like to be like I'm a scatter around just off of sheer fact. I ain't come here to look at you or talk to you standing here in another venue. We could have stood at my house.
Yeah.
And talk with each other. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to talk to new people. Like I said, a lot of times I'll be meeting chicks and then like that for particular purposes, mainly because these bitches don't be talking about nothing. Like, oh, be hella annoying on some shit. So it just be like, But, you know, just talking to people in general, because sometimes, you know, you have a couple, it's like, oh, y'all cute, what up? Like, you know what I mean? Or what y'all doing? Like, where y'all from? Or see, you know, somebody they're fresh or something. It's like, okay, they lit. They might be a good, you know, person to know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's how it be for me. Like, I be like, you know what I mean? So I'm out there trying to see what's going on. Like, who the fuck in the club? Like, is this a nigga? Like, okay, photographer nigga. It's like, okay, do you do graphics? You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't ever know what I'm.
You the mingler.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck going on. Like, for real, like.
Right. Who's up in this bitch?
Right. Who's
and
in
what's
here?
going on?
Who's in here for real? Like,
Right.
When y'all leave, who the fuck is in here? Like,
When the lights come on.
So you probably only go to the nice spots, huh?
what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not fucking around. I'm not here like right.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
That's why I say, like, because, you know, you talk to the chick, they want you to buy them and they home girl. Like, well, I'm good. I don't need to spend a bread on you, and I don't even want to talk to you. Man, most of the time, because like, you know, you be seeing chicks weed and just stuck to their head. You know about that. You know about that.
the helmet.
The helmet joint. Wowee. How you got the helmet joint? I would never get a section where it's not a plethora of chicks. Like, it could be niggas in the section, but the whole point, like, I would start inviting chicks to my section. If, no, you know what I mean? Like, if I get a section.
Yeah, because when you get sections, you're not gonna drink all that liquor that they bring over there. You're not gonna do all the shit that come with it.
Well, I mean, not only that, you know, you depend on where you get in the section. We talking about
And it's a party. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so it's like it's lit. Like, right, I'm in like, hey, now y'all got somewhere to sit. You know what I'm saying? So for my niggas and shit, it's like, now we got mingle. Like, it's like, okay, check this out. Where you from? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna, like, I know how to ice break. You know what I mean? Like, I don't gotta talk to a chick.
yeah, it's not even like some shit where you trying to smash. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah,
fucking
that's what I'm
party,
saying.
my
Right.
nigga.
I know what I'm
Like,
saying.
just.
I know how to ice break. Like, I know how to just ask a simple question like that, make a motherfucker start talking. Like, where you from?
Right.
You been here before? Like, you know, like, what you think? Something that ain't open ended. You just mean that ain't closed ended. You feel me? Open ended question. What you think of this club? Like,
Niggas don't know how to do that shit.
but then I'm saying, but then you
The
see
conversation.
It's okay.
Cause niggas be saying shit that don't lead to
Don't
like
lead
more
nowhere.
shit.
It'd be like-
She can say one word and it's over, and then you done.
Like, well, I was like, you know, I'm just saying, ice breaking. Like, you know, hey, what's up? Like, y'all good? Y'all chilling? Like, shit, man, we finna take shots over here. Y'all trying to drink something? Something simple, like, cause people be out and about. Like, it ain't nothing like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't be like they're like, I mean, y'all seen me. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't nothing like that. It's just literally people are people. Like, so it's just talking to people. Like, hey, what's up? Like, what you doing? What you doing in here? Like, what is going on? Who are you? What can you do? Like, you never know. You might meet a club. You might meet a, you know what I mean? trying to, you know what I mean? Like,
A nigga put you on game.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I can't tell you how many niggas I met just off of some shit where I'm in the club and it's like, hey, you need a lighter? Well, hey, let me use your lighter. And it's like, here you go, bro. It's like, shit, man. Some bitches in here tonight, boy. Yeah, yeah, man. Shit, man. Where you from? Yeah, you got an accent, nigga. Like, oh, I'm from Philly, boy. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be like that. Like, just on some networking shit that led to some shit where it's like, how you got a connection somewhere else. You know. Or you just learn some shit like, we was talking about the Creed. When the first time we heard about what? That came from me mingling with some Australian niggas.
Oh, okay. Oh, quick story, real quick. We went into, was it Ulta? The wife wanted to get some perfume. You know what I'm saying? Hidden gem. They have fucking men's cologne in there. Fucking, they don't have a big selection, but they got shit in.
I go to Macy's.
So
I like the way they people.
I'm not gonna tell y'all where I go.
Well, no. But the point is of the story is fucking when I asked them, they were like, "Oh,
You're not welcome.
we don't. We definitely don't have that." I was like, "Oh,
Go pull up now.
okay, never mind. I'll go back to my other spot." I was just hoping of the convenience of where I was at the moment, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Because they deal with a lot of high dollar shit. You know what I'm saying? In that department.
I like the way the people that work at Macy's, the way they kind of like pair it for you, like, oh, you want this kind of stuff.
No, I agree. Yeah, yes.
This would be better for you, like.
Right, and that's was body chemistry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On
That's why
how the shit flows.
they
You know
hoop
what I'm saying?
that YSL.
Well, I'm not telling nobody. I'm done with that. I'm 32. Oh, I'm going my way.
I forgot which one
I'm
it
not
was.
saying
I remember the bottle.
Niggas gonna be
but
asking me. I'll be like,
I think that was my favorite one. I like that more than the Sauvage.
No, I don't have no particular spot. I just kind of, wherever I'm at, I kind of keep game and kind of take into consideration of where I'm at.
I've already seen the light. I know where to go.
You know,
I'm really gonna do it. I'm only gonna do that.
do you think?
And Macy's got the mass selection too.
Yeah. Don't need too many. Me personally, I don't need too many. Just for some fact that fucking, I just go with three jump offs.
I'm going Old Day perfume. Trois. You feel me? It's gonna be ooh la la. Ooh la la. Magnifico. Magnif. Yes, sir. But yeah, nah, man. When it comes to about shit, bro, I feel like, Ross the perfect person to talk about it, and niggas need to get their house in order. I mean, for real, like this shit get weird. That's what I'm saying. For real, this shit be really on some shit. That's where you seeing like a lot of shit from these Twitters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause niggas really out here seem like they like hate bitches. Like
Yeah, Twitter was
not getting in my section.
on Twitter. The girls was going hard, man. Like
that's not how it works, young man. Like you bring a bitch to your section and you impress her, then she sucks dick. Right? Right? This is how it goes. This is the way it's supposed to go. This is my section. You want some shots? You want something to drink? Then you talk to her. And then you have an interesting conversation that makes her intrigued. What's nigga got money like that? Andy?
yeah.
Oh, he got money.
And if it's one of the places that got the food with the section, it's a wrap, nigga.
Now it's only a question of my place to hit. Where we going? Hotel? What's this some new stuff? What you about to do? What you about to do? You finna go inside?
About to do you?
Yeah.
Better do me.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Go
Like,
ahead
it's
and
like,
hit this tiller.
Shit, man, I'm not trying to go home yet. That's what I'm saying.
Who said something about
I'm
going
not trying to
home?
turn down yet. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm about to turn you down after I get done with you.
they're gonna hit you something like that.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's when you know. Okay.
Done deal.
All right, it's time. Not really.
Hey.
I don't wanna leave,
Huh?
but I gotta go.
I don't know who sing that song, but I remember that shit.
I'll be back to home in time. But yeah, no. Yeah, that's what it's different. These niggas is acting like they hate bitches. Like, yeah, they be mad. Like, I see niggas on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook talking about, you know, they mad about bitches in their section drinking liquor. I mean, we all fine to regulate a bitch. I mean, I don't want no bitch in my section drinking up
all the liquor, like
by herself. Like, first off,
oh, y'all got Casamigos?
Right,
Like,
yeah, I mean, first off, you might not even be the lit bitch that we wanted to like even impress. You know what I mean? Well, I wanted to impress type of shit where you drinking my liquor like that. You know what I mean? You shot after shot. Woo, you inviting your other bitches over. Take a shot. Like, alright, these bitches better be bad because you're not even the one. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But sometimes you gotta.
Which one of y'all niggas told her to come over
Yeah,
here?
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So you gotta regulate. That's what I'm saying. So I get that, but when you talk about these niggas be having like more niggas, it's like, no, nigga, I'm packing my shit out with bitches, nigga. Packing it out with bitches, especially if the section support it, where it's like, oh, you got like 4 bottles, 5. You know what I mean? Like,
I swear them was the same niggas that would have like the Finley and the Dirk jerseys on, and it'd be like 5 or 6 of them posted up
yeah, you know what I mean? But I'm saying
by the food court.
you got 4 bottles, 5 bottles. You try to go beside. Oh, it's like already.
It's pretty good. Fuck with it.
But you got 4 bottles, 5 bottles, or whatever, 3 bottles, whatever. You know what I mean? You know, it's 4 homies in the section. You got to have 10 girls. That's the ratio. You got to have 10 to 12 girls in that section. 8 being the bare minimum.
Yeah, depending on how big the section is.
When it's only 3 or 4 you and homies, yeah. What you got the section for? The section is so I can park and parlay. That's what it's supposed to be for.
Yeah.
It ain't supposed to be for a bunch of niggas to stand in the section and go, we got money.
Yeah, nigga, we got 3 bottles over here. It's 3 of us. We only gonna drink a 4 for each one. And we can't take these bitches to the crib.
So
Right, you know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be for you.
It's a party, man.
Right.
You came to the club to act like a bitch. Like, you could have did that shit at your crib, nigga,
Right.
and spent
Y'all
less
giving-
money.
y'all
Y'all could have went to the liquor store and bought them same
Y'all
bottles.
Y'all giving nigga back to the club. You know what I'm saying? They gonna do a pour in one of their other half bottles.
Yeah.
They gonna pour them bottles together, put a
Full
coke
bottle.
back in that bitch.
And be making Long Islands with them hoes tomorrow.
Of course. It's the game. What you think? They doing
$20
some
Long Island.
FDA shit where it's like, oh, this
$15
bottle's been
Long
open, we gotta throw it away.
Unless it's one of them clubs where they got the bottle dude that be.
That ain't even how liquor works. So we know what they gonna do with it. Liquor don't spoil when you open the bottle. You know what I mean? So
Huh?
Porn?
No, like sometimes like it'd be a, you know, you can go to like strip clubs or whatever, and they don't sell liquor. It's BYOB, but it'd be a bottle dude in there, and he.
Gotcha.
of course. You know, and
I was like, I thought you meant somebody that walks around with the bottle.
that's the better way to go.
You
But
know what I'm saying?
because he gonna give you a reasonable price,
Mm-hmm.
then he makes some money.
Cause normally at the club, the bottle of Ciroc be like 200, 250, 300. You could get it from him 75, 80 bucks. You done paid $30 more, but shit.
So he made some money. But it's like, okay, you
But
paid
the
for
convenience.
And it's the big boy too.
Right, you know what I mean? But he's giving you, you know what it costs already.
What?
Nothing.
Right, because you know he didn't do that.
No, I was just knocking just to see everybody's reaction, to be honest.
Oh my God.
I didn't call anything. I was just knocking just to see everybody's reaction. Everybody was like,
I was like, did nobody say nothing?
Right.
I was like, was it a mind jinx? But it's not. It's not in play.
no.
But that's what I'm saying. It's a different, you know, it's different when, you know, you're dealing with these new, I don't know what, I don't want to say new generation, but I want to say these new niggas, like, where it's like, a lot of these niggas weird, like, nigga, when I'm in the section, nigga, I'm trying to invite as many hoes, I'm trying to pack this bitch out, I want bitches to get uncomfortable and leave. Alright, you the weak.
Eliminate yourself.
Eliminate yourself immediately. Bitches that be like, I want the ones that stink. Shots? Okay. that's not the actual quote from the Bible. That's what I made. I'm a god.
The Book of Code.
The code book.
Verse 1.
Right. Shall not continue to read unless indulge in the maraschino sherry.
Shall not.
That's the blood of code. Body of DoorDash.
You getting too funny?
Quit playing.
Straight up. Never mind. I don't want to go there.
I feel like I'm in a living single show.
Like came out straight out of Jumanji.
That whole dude look like some Cal Barker would wear. Classic TV show.
I ain't gonna knock it though. It looks nice. It looks nice. We jokes. Remember, people. It's just jokes.
Yeah.
It's just jokes, people. I know y'all. I sent y'all that fucking thing with the fucking We Love Dave. Fucking like damn.
I mean, those didn't even really jokes though.
No,
Like,
that's all good. I don't be tripping. But
No, I was just talking about.
I'm talking about the Dave Chappelle shit. Like that special, it wasn't really jokes, bro. Like he's just funny at making a point.
Right. But
that's was jokes, but he had some jokes in it. But that's what I was saying.
Like the last 3 or 4 specials haven't really been jokes.
The previous ones were jokes. And then,
Points that you're trying to prove.
Yeah, just mostly
I wouldn't even
points.
say points that he trying to prove.
He didn't even smoke a cigarette this last special, bro.
I wouldn't say that it's points that he trying to prove. I would say that it's more so.
And that nigga always smoke a cigarette.
He had a story to tell, and he told that story over a segment of a series of comedy stand-up.
Right.
He had 5 of these, remember?
Right.
So he had different avenues that he could touch on.
Yeah.
Like in most shows, you get one time to do whatever it is that you're gonna do. Whatever. Like, let's say you perform your album, you get one time to perform in Cleveland, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's on to the next city, right? But when you got a 5 series, not 5 show day, where you're doing the same material just over the weekend or some shit like that. You got 5 different series over different periods of time where different things impact you and influence how you feel about your material. I think what happened more so was just a transition from jokes to where he had to address points because that's what it became.
I mean, I think he did the same shit with the one that happened after George Floyd died.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
But
that's what but I'm saying
he's good at that to where it don't seem like.
Environment. I'm saying even from his impact to his comedy. I'm saying like from the start of Dave Chappelle got a Netflix special to now. Think about all the things he touched on that changed how his material changed because he was impacted by people like the girl Daphne, right? You made jokes, you made this, that, and the third. First couple specials. Then you developed a friend. Because remember, this is over time. This is over years.
Right.
You know what I mean? That kill themselves. You're not going to make the same jokes that you see what I'm saying? Like, it's not the same thing anymore.
Yeah, that's when he made the point like I'm the nigga
Right,
that
that's what
walked
I'm saying.
away from 50 million. Like, why are y'all trying to?
Right.
Right, that's why. But I'm saying that's why it's not a thing of. I feel like the jokes. He had jokes. It's not that. I don't think that.
Yeah, it's always jokes blended in, but
let's say
it was
some
more
of
to
these
make a
jokes-
point than to
no,
be
I'm
funny.
saying, no, it wasn't to make a point at first. That's what I'm saying. If you had a friend that killed yourself as a result of her being bullied because of comedy that you made, that's going to impact your comedy in a way. Not like you saying like not jokes. I'm saying like let's say Daphne don't die, right? The jokes he would have made on the closer would be different.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying like oh he's lenient. I'm saying like he's a fluid comedian where his material is more so based on the impact of his day-to-day life. So it's not that it was a 5 series and it started off jokes and he didn't really make jokes. It's just that over the series period, he came to a period where jokes was no longer what he wanted to make.
I think the first one
See what I'm
started.
saying?
I think the first one was the same. It was in line.
It could have been all jokes, but Daphne died.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it ain't funny no more.
Right.
Oh no, you niggas finna hear what I got to say now.
I think all.
Like, you see what I'm saying? Like it
I
ain't
think
funny
each
no more.
each one
like before,
in the series
it's
is a
Twitter
different
ain't
point.
a real place.
Right.
Like it's like Twitter ain't a real place. Like okay, I don't care if I'm getting canceled. This, that, and the third. But Daphne died.
Right.
Like she actually dead. You see what I'm saying?
No, I agree.
Like it's not. It wasn't that. It couldn't have been all jokes. It would have been all jokes.
None of the other four before that was all jokes. It was pretty much in the same line with this one.
He always had-
And I think that's why he called it the
Dave
closer,
Chappelle
because
always
he
got a point.
closed out his whatever point he was trying to
but
make.
I'm saying they closed. No, that's what. And I said the last time they closed out the point. But I'm just saying that I don't think that his material would have been the same because his material has always been related to what he's experienced or is going through. Regardless, like he has a plethora of stand-up specials from when he was young to now.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched almost all of them. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I know for a fact his comedy style is.
Yeah, because this one was more about like homosexuality and transsexuals. The one of the other ones was more about race.
But not Netflix.
And it wasn't even the George Floyd one. It was the one. I'm
Not
just.
Netflix. Fuck Netflix. He got one in YouTube where he talking about when he got the Lifetime Achievement Award at 44. That wasn't on Netflix. This was something different. That's what I'm saying. I watched all of his shit. Where he talking about how he started when he was 14 to now.
Is that
Yeah,
the one
that's
with his
the-
daughters being there, and he was talking, or they, he kind of, I think he said he had toned down or something about what he was talking about because his daughters was like, I think it was during that award ceremony or something like that.
I'm talking about one where he was in a nightclub and he performed in front of his mama.
No, that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. This is some Dave Chappelle, just Dave Chappelle shit. That's what I'm saying. I watch Dave Chappelle. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like his material is based on what impacts his day-to-day life. So it would have been all jokes until it became not funny no more. Like
I'm hearing what you're
before-
saying, but what I'm saying
I'm
is
saying
I don't
before
think
with
none of the
Daphne-
last 4 or 5 specials that you're talking about were about jokes.
Yeah.
I think all of them were to make a specific point, and he did that.
No, but I'm saying that before he would have made like he still had more jokes because it's not as personal. He got more serious when his friend dies. It got more serious. You see what I'm saying? Like that's a thing. Like your friend died. You're gonna like, God forbid ever, but somebody on the Poor Podcast died. You're not gonna have the same Poor Podcast out there. The jokes ain't gonna be hitting the same. They gonna joke different.
No, I agree 100%.
You see what I'm saying? Like it ain't.
I
it
agree
ain't-
100%.
It ain't,
But-
you ain't gonna write the same
But
material.
it, regardless of outcome, Daphne could have been one of those protesters in another. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think that comes with being a master of the craft of your craft to
Well, no. She
adapt
was.
to the situation
She was.
and use what you have to express what your real feelings are. This is where, if you, me personally, I think Dave Chappelle has always had a point in anything that he's done.
Yeah.
In anything, everything that he's done.
Just said.
You know what I'm saying? So when
We
you
all
go
saying
back
the same thing.
right. So when people look at
That's
certain
right.
things and they're like it's jokes, and it's like yes, but
That's a difference.
he also looks at fucking, if you don't look into the actual things that he's saying. You know what I'm saying? I know you saw the Dave Letterman, right, where he was there and he was talking about his town, right? I mean, he talks about his town a lot. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, people are, I think, a house. Somebody was not too far from where they were shooting that event, and they were calling in like, hey, you know what I'm saying, the noise complaint or whatever. So they had to tone it down and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Oh, when he was doing like the pandemic shows.
no. I think it's, yes.
Right.
Because he was walking through the town and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, somebody's always gonna have something to say.
So like I said,
Somebody gonna have something to
so
say.
it's like I said, you know, when the most right. That's all I'm saying. That's all good.
There's always points.
I know, but I'm the most right.
Even when you go back and he
Even
talks
this
about in his stand up about some of the shit that he did in
cool.
Chappelle's show.
We is cool, man.
Ooh.
Stephen Smith.
So and when he talks about that and he's like, oh well, I was pushing the boundaries. You even watch it in the first 2 episodes and 3 episodes. He's like, we're still here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And fucking, you know what I'm saying? Because he's hitting shit that's real. But then at the same time, he's making jokes of it. But it's like, oh, unless you don't know or been a part of it, you don't get the joke. So when you watch it and you see all these other people, and it's like, oh, you go back to school or whatever, and you're like, oh, well, you know, you didn't see Chappelle show? Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Half baked, maybe.
So
You know what I'm saying?
like
But
all of that. That's what I'm saying. I follow my main parts of this guy's career. That's what I'm saying. I know for a fact.
I seen a picture yesterday where that nigga Wayne Brady was like, stop bullying, and that nigga Ashley Larry was like, really, and it showed a picture of Wayne Brady like shooting him while he was
right.
You gotta be there though to know what he's talking about.
he was like, oh shit, it's Wayne Brady.
Right.
Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch?
Right. Everybody,
Classic shit.
he had to look back like, what? Man, I'm just trying to get out the car.
Peep this, right? Because I wanted to talk about this from the Twitter topic of the week type of standpoint. Because this is the most craziest shit I done heard. So, I can send you the tweets on it. There's this shit. We talking about catfishing, bro.
In 2021.
In 2021. There's this shit.
We out here with the gallon jugs. We out here
This chick
fishing.
named Marley got about 25,000 followers. She followed me. You know what I'm saying? This is how I became aware of this shit. And so she was talking to this dude named Mike. And Mike got like 9,000 followers. I follow him. We've been in spaces together. Spaces, if you don't know, for the people out there that don't indulge in Twitter, a place where like basically we talk in a forum similar to Clubhouse, but it's on Twitter. And so we talk, and you know, like this is the person we interact with for a minute. So fast forward to now. Long story short, this girl comes out on Twitter in an expose type of manner.
25,000 followers.
25,000 followers talking about, because the dude ended up popping up on the timeline with this chick
9,000.
that is not her, in my opinion. Now she said that this didn't spark it off, but just the fact that he act like his Twitter got deleted and that person wasn't him. So then she became concerned. So she had to make everybody aware. That's what she said. I talked to her directly. But so this dude, he pops up on the Twitter with the girl. Then she started going off like this dude acting like his Twitter got deleted, but and like he got that wasn't him. But I sent him 2016. That's him. It's got like 1,000 followers, 1,043, something like that, 1,400. And so he goes live, goes viral, of course, talking about how apparently somebody had reached out to him and wanted to create a page that was him, but they was gonna pay him to do it. So they paid him to be the catfish, like basically just use his image and get like exclusive content to be able to be a fake page. Now, although this sounds ridiculous on the whole, remember he only had 1,000 followers on Twitter. This person, whoever they was, had almost 10,000. They go viral all the time. Right. So they end up getting into a space together. I'm in there, talking my shit.
Spaces.
And we got like 1,600 people in this space. 1,600. Like concert type of shit. Like 1,600. On anything, you're doing pretty good, right? YouTube, whatever, right? Doesn't matter. 1,600. If you got 1,600 people listening to you, so, people gonna tune in just to figure out what the fuck 1,600 people tuning in for, type of shit. So it was steady going up. And they're talking, and he's saying that this person was not him. They reached out to him. So she's like, "How you got the gifts and shit?" It was like, "Well, they gave you my home address." So it's like, "I got free gifts and shit like that." Then so she's upset. She said, "I gave out my address to somebody and you don't know who it was. And I don't know who it was." And he's saying that. But like, of course, when he got out to space, he started flipping. So then it's like, fuck that, all of that, these niggas talking. Fuck that bitch, you know what I mean? This, that, and third. Apparently, dude is gay. So I made the theory that both of those pages was him, and that on one he was being this persona that women liked because he was an attractive gay dude. Other one was his real page, but the girl didn't want to hit me, But nonetheless, she's talking about her safety. Here's the thing, though. She's saying she's concerned because she gave out her home address. She never FaceTimed him. She never met him. They never really talk like that. It's more like a Twitter interaction. She got 25,000 followers. So this is
Sending gifts like
she
that?
sent him some shorts, like $45 a piece. 6 of them. She sent him a nice Michael Kors watch, some other shit. We didn't talk about all the shit she sent him, but these are just a few of the things. She's never met him. She said they were supposed to meet. He had sent her a picture of a plane ticket. 25,000 followers. Now, the significance of this is that the people that hosted the space, who are my people, Paris, a few other people, they were talking about this shit, but they were completely like not acknowledging the fact that she like never met a nigga, none of that shit, and they was just yelling at the dude because he was there in the space talking about where he take accountability for what he did wrong, but he not the person. They was asking him to send the gift backs and stuff like that. I want to know from y'all, how do you think it's possible that people are still getting catfish in 2021?
Because niggas don't pay attention to the profiles and shit. Like, I think when, like, niggas got, like, certain types of pictures and they say, like, certain shit in they fucking profile, like, it should be pretty easy to spot a nigga out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What was you saying, bro? You were saying about why you think that is the case, or why you think that these people getting catfish?
Are they not paying attention to the profiles, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Some of this shit not adding up. And y'all not paying attention to the details. Y'all getting infatuated with some shit.
And yeah, I would agree. Like,
Imagery.
No, because see, the thing was, for me, the problem was that she was getting like eventually she was like, it's my fault for not like FaceTiming them. But it's like, you was talking about how y'all was in like a relationship, and it's like, this some real Nev catfish shit. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Like,
like
stuff to somebody that you never.
She was saying she was getting gifts back and stuff like that. So then it's like,
but you still didn't think to FaceTime somebody.
Right, that's the whole thing. The one thing that the dude
saying,
always had.
If we not in meetup radius,
the one thing that the dude had to his credit was that she could not confirm. Like, she was talking about, oh, but you sent me your home address and you was wearing the clothes that I sent you in my in like a live video on Instagram. But it's like, yeah, but, and he's saying, oh, but the catfish nigga sent me that. It's like, but you can't prove any of this because you never met. You talk about his home address. You never been there.
Right.
You never seen him. You talking about his voice different now on Spaces. You never been around him to know his voice inflections like that.
Right.
My voice fluctuates all the time. That's like part of my voice. Like, that's how I talk. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, for you don't know a nigga mode when they talking, for you to be talking like,
you ain't even been in person with
you see
this
what I'm saying?
nigga.
Like, you never met this nigga, never touched this nigga hand, for you to be making these definitive ass statements like, you don't talk like this. But this girl done reached out to this man mama on Facebook. Then she like, but why you had your mama block me? It's like, some bitch that was talking about she met me on Twitter that I actually never met. Just reaching out to my mama talking about your son. Bitch, block her. I don't, you know what I mean? Like,
you gotta do that.
You not finna have your mama dealing with that. You finna have your mama having a girl reach out to you that's not your girl. Like,
I ain't never met you. Why are you reaching out to my mama?
my mama? Like, who the fuck are you?
We
Like,
ain't even FaceTime.
this is hella weird.
Like,
she has to do some research to.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Man.
the dude was saying that the catfish paid him to like use his likeness essentially. So it was like, hey, you can, like, I'm gonna pay you monthly, and you gonna give me like updates on your life and shit to like be you. And then everybody was like, that don't make sense, and this, that, and third. And I agree, it don't make sense.
That's
I
just an
think that-
elevated catfish. You know what I'm saying?
It don't make sense on the face value because
2K21
catfish. You use your image on their own, and then the other part is the dude was getting the gifts that the girl was sending, so that mean the catfish wasn't really getting nothing out of it.
well, I can make the catfish seem very real.
I mean, if the catfish just want to entertain some bullshit, then
Right, but that's what I was just finna say.
that's what catfishes do.
Motherfuckers- No,
The
No,
drama.
this is where the issue came in to me. That's what I'm saying. Because look, you took a big L. You somehow put it on Twitter. Didn't want people to talk about it, but I'm gonna talk about it. And then it's like, okay, y'all want me to call her stupid? She was stupid. That's the word I'm using. Oh, that's not a good word. It's a word in the English dictionary. When I do stupid shit, I accept stupid results. You see what I'm saying? So from that, like, it's like, okay, now you talk about your safety and all of that, but it's like the girl literally gave out all the info and shit like that to a nigga she never met, talked to on the phone for real, nothing like that. And then you look at like her catfish, they looking at it like, you don't know what a catfish motivation is. Like, it's like, oh, well, why would the catfish send you the gifts and pay you money? The same reason niggas pay bitches $1,000 to step on their balls. It's some shit you could never think about doing.
Or just a conversation.
But it happens all the time. I'm just saying, like, you seen the videos of the fat bitches that be smothering these skinny niggas and jump on them and they on their chest.
Yeah,
They niggas be paying for that. Right.
Like, what the fuck is that shit?
But that's some dominatrix shit. That's what I'm saying. Like,
It's like you want to be smothered.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying the shit they be far fetched, the niggas like.
Is that like an
there's
X
some-
videos category or something? Like, what the
No,
fuck?
no.
The catfish might be getting
I was
they.
watching
For all you know, the catfish might be getting their rouses off by being able to interact with this dude on a regular basis and know stuff about his personal life and shit. And all he's sending him is like $200 a week.
He giving them info
Right.
now. He catfishing like multiple.
Right, he catfish.
He giving you the shit
of income.
that he getting from
Well,
one
not even-
chick,
no, see,
but
you
he
still
getting
thinking
shit from
about
everybody.
monetarily. You still thinking about monetarily, but what if the catfish just wanted to interact with the dude? And this was like, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like,
a ploy to get in
Now-
there to
right? You see what I'm saying? Like to be able to
get
interact
on
with
the
dude, it's
inside.
Like, cause people
No
talk about like
pun
money and
intended.
shit. It's like, why would he pay his money? But it's like, niggas pay money on shit all the time. Like, you don't know who this catfish is, as far as the amount of bread they got, the amount of, you see what I'm saying, leisure time they got, or what they did. Like, so I'm saying, what they ultimate desire for doing this was. It could have just been to be a whole other person, and it made Joe. His page was able to be authentic because he was actually getting the shit from the nigga. So, if I'm able to get shit from you,
Like you said,
I'm able to post
next
videos.
level catfish.
I'm able to post
Elevate.
videos. that
Everything
most
got to
people ain't
evolve. You know what I'm saying? You can't stay in the same game and think you fit to
Right.
pull off the
Right,
catfish
you know what I mean?
forever.
So it's like, you know.
It's a lot easier if I just get the motherfucking in on with me. You know what I'm saying?
So that's why.
Cut the checkbone.
That's why.
I done
was
ran
like-
out of scenarios. Give me
Now
some.
here the craziest part of all of this. Craziest part is to me, is that personally, I like the fake Mike more than the real Mike.
He was cooler.
He was cooler than the real Mike. Once we was talking to the nigga, it was like, why would a nigga ever want to be your lame ass? Like,
Glorified.
but apparently on like Instagram and shit, like women like his pictures and shit a lot. So it was like, it kind of makes sense. Like it's a far-fetched story, but what catfish story is ever within range of, you know what I mean?
Right.
Some logical shit. Like, oh, the nigga reached out to him because everybody kept getting on him like, why would you take the money? Like, bitch, a nigga reach out to me and say, hey, I'm gonna use your image for another page. I'm gonna pay you $500 a week. Cause the nigga showed he was showing like
That's a couple
he was-
bills.
right. He was showing the screenshots from.
500 a week, shit.
Right, that's
Nigga, I put
$2,000 a
each
month.
one of them to
No,
the
he was
side.
showing
That
the
take care of the
screenshot.
rent right
Bro,
there.
he
You
was
know
showing
what I'm
the screenshots
saying?
from June to August. June to August, he was showing screenshots, deposits like 200, 480, 560, shit like that. Like, yes, you can do that page. All you want. I'm gonna treat it like a fan page, like type of shit.
That's free bread right there.
That's
boy.
free bread, bro. Like
Who
what
else
you
trying to get these images?
right? You see what I'm saying? So,
Right. I'm taking mad pictures, nigga.
so the person on there, they got 9,000
Selfie.
followers. They get to interact with people. They, you know what I mean? They doing whatever they do because you never know what, like, not a lunatic, but somebody like that. You never know what their motivation was. Like, for a nigga to run a page of another motherfucker, you can't begin to.
It costs more for the same city.
No, I'm just
Because I
saying
can
you
do
can't
prime
begin to.
locations to be like, yeah, I was here.
But you can't begin to start putting yourself in the mind state of a motherfucker like that because most motherfuckers just wouldn't do it just off of their ego and their personality.
Right.
Like, nobody don't want to be a fake person because, like,
Right.
nigga, I'm fly. I'm like, you know what I mean? But, so you see what I'm saying? You got to put yourself in the mind state of someone that willingly wants to be a catfish and is down with that, know what they doing. Because, you know, there be people that have 4 and 5. You seen the shows, 6 or 7, 12 pages where they doing, like, roundabouts with these niggas. But it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you catfish all of these bitches. Like,
Yep.
because that's how it be. Like, and they be having relationships and shit. Like, and they be like, in 2021, and then she, like, taking, like, I want to take accountability. It's my fault for never FaceTiming him and nothing like that. It's like, no shit, bitch. You was sending gifts to a nigga talking about you had his home address to a motherfucker you never seen ever in like on some shit just cause motherfuckers was following him and like he was in space. It's like, yeah, that's cool for me interacting with you. No, I would never think you a catfish on a regular basis if I'm in spaces with you and seeing videos of you and stuff like that. But to be my nigga, to be my bitch, you see what I'm saying? That wouldn't be enough. You going live on a couple Instagram posts wouldn't make it. Logically speaking. You see what I'm saying? Like, even on some long distance dating shit, you going live on a couple Instagram posts is not the same as I bought you some clothes and you never showed me you in them. What? I bought you an outfit and you never FaceTime me or nothing to show me. You never. You see what I'm saying?
Appreciation, gratitude, anything.
You see what I'm saying? Wait a minute. You never. It never occurs to you like what? Wait a minute. What's going on? Like wait a minute. Right? Who does that? Who's like, oh, well, he went live on Facebook or Instagram, and I seen him in him, so he must have got it. What? This your nigga?
Shouldn't you have direct line?
You see what I'm saying? Like he ain't hit you like, baby, thank you for the man. These Nike test fleeces clean in the.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
You cannot confirm that happened, but you on this bitch crying about woe is me.
That show Catfish been on forever, bro, and niggas is still out here failing. Like,
and you out here crying woe is me though. Like you got 1,600 people in here. All your homegirls is up here. They got between y'all probably got 200, 300,000 followers. Cause you got one girl got 30,000, 40,000 followers. Other girl got 100,000 followers. You got 25,000 followers. Other girl got 11,000. You see what I'm saying? Like that. And they all like getting on this nigga like it's like a panel of chicks that's like, but you said this and the third and that ain't true. And it's like, clearly this nigga like he was like, shit, man. Yeah, I was in cahoots with him. And it's like, no, this like I can't blame a nigga if a nigga what, whether or not that's accurate or not. Like they asking him like why he would do it. And it's like, this nigga, I counted roughly $1,600 from June to August. If a nigga reached out to me and was like, I'm gonna make another page of Rick Code, but I'm gonna make $1,600 from June. I don't give a motherfucker. Cause realistically speaking, they could get the pictures and make the page without doing that.
Save the phone, save the gallery. It's a wrap.
They could do that without doing that. Cause I'm a media figure. I gotta take pictures and post shit, videos, and all this. Cause
once you post it online, it's fair game.
It's fair game. So realistically, they could literally do that anytime they wanted to, anyway.
Yeah. You ain't posting you ain't no NBA player in the game
But
posting
then, like,
no
this
NBA
person
images
going
or
viral.
no shit like
no,
that.
this person
like,
going viral and shit when they post this shit. However, they doing it on their Twitter under my name. They going viral and shit. And I don't know weird shit on some like funny shit or whatever. For they going viral to the point that it's impacting my Instagram followers, which was my focus in the first place. And I'm getting more and more Instagram followers. I'm becoming Instagram famous from this fake person paying me to be my page. And you want me to be mad about this? What? Or even if it's me and I got 2 pages, I got bitches sending me money. You want me to tell them bitches stop sending me money and gifts because you felt played? No. That's not the way the world works, people.
what part of the game is that?
That's not how the world works. That's just not how the world works. Like, people be talking dumbass shit like this, but that's just not how the game go. Like, you don't get that type of results. Like, everybody, like, what? No. I got a personal, I got a page that go viral all the time that's impacting my Instagram and shit. And then I'm getting bitches on here. They like how I look, and we going talking in DMs. I'm never having to meet these hoes, take these hoes on dates or nothing. I ain't never even fucked these bitches, and they giving me shit. They sending me money. They giving me gifts. They sending me watches and clothes, and you want me to feel bad about this? You want me to be like, what I'm supposed to do? Get this box full of Nike Tech fleece and be like, oh, this ain't mine. Return to sender. Fuck out of here. That's what I be telling people. People be getting on the internet, then start acting holier than thou. What the fuck? You know goddamn well some free shit coming to your door right now. You gonna keep it.
Yep. Even the niggas from Next Day Air kept the cocaine.
Even if it wasn't some shit that you could use.
You gotta have vision, Willie.
Even if it wasn't on shit you could use.
You gotta have vision.
Look right now, a
You have to understand.
motherfucking package of 1,000 lashes could come through and it be delivered to your
That
house.
hoe can come to my crib. Hey, nigga, I'm the last dealer. I got mink. I got
Right. You know what I'm saying?
got the
Nigga gonna get
hookup.
some free shit.
Oh yeah, when
and
the
then
niggas got
gonna
the phones.
start, right. A nigga gonna get some free shit and start looking about how they can flip the shit. The same way that nigga did.
Correct.
I created a page that's more big because his personal page had about 1,200 followers. And rightfully so, because he's not a likable person. But the other page had about 10,000 followers. So whoever I can believe it because whoever this person was, honestly, in my opinion, when I met them or interacted with them in spaces, they was a more likable person than that dude. You see what I'm saying? So I could believe that it was a fake person. But like I said, they might get their rocks off from just interacting with people and knowing that this is like a fake page. Like
The attention.
you never know what people know. I got people, man, that I've talked to, and you never know people deepest eroticism is. I ain't expecting none of you niggas to admit none of them or nothing like that, because that's what they are, you know. But people got different weird ass quirks, and everybody like to act like they don't. Fetishes. But I wouldn't call them fetishes because fetishes make it seem like something that has to or you yearn for. But there's different stuff that people do that they won't say nothing about that they will definitely do. Like niggas eating pussy on their period while women on their period. That's right. Immediate face is that. But too many women say that these niggas is doing it for that to be the face that you make.
I'd be like, what? Like
For that to be the face that you make.
I can't.
You see what I'm saying? Prime example right there.
take
Immediately the
it
face you made was ew. But the face that you make it right. But behind closed doors, apparently, these niggas ain't making that face.
Got that red mic.
Yeah, man. That reminded me of a story. I know a dude. He was saying he was hitting a chick from the back, right, and she had a dingleberry.
I don't know what that meant.
Yeah, we had talked about that on the last one. Or
It's
the
a
one
piece
before
of
that.
toilet
Oh, the
paper
toilet paper.
that's stuck on the.
Thought you was talking about like a dangling clip for a second.
That nigga closed the cheeks
Extra
and just kept going.
No, I mean, no, niggas do, that's what I'm saying. But see, on that type of shit, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, I'm just talking about like some
You got your Red Wings?
obtuse. No, I don't. Or obscure
Hell
shit.
no. Fuck
Ugh.
that.
I couldn't even imagine. Like, I'd be like, what?
No, I'm just saying, some shit that motherfuckers
How are
act
you
like
eating pussy?
it's so taboo
Like-
or so crazy.
Like, what's going
Some
on?
shit that motherfuckers act like is so taboo or so crazy.
I'm just wondering.
You have to sit there and realize that, like I say, that's a prime example
Nigga,
of too many women saying, "Hey, no, this definitely happened."
Definitely
For
not the right.
for
Like
every
that,
nigga to still
it
be
just-
making that frowny face. Apparently, it is
Somebody
a
out here doing
right.
it.
Cause all these women not lying. Cause they don't just be no. Oh, she got 100 followers. She trying to go viral, bitches. We talking about she got 112 followers. She follow 1,700 people, bitches.
I just don't get like what?
Talking that same shit. You see what I'm saying? Like
what?
Like we talking about the nobodies of social media be talking this shit.
Like you wanted to be like a vampire at one point or something?
Nah, I don't know what niggas. I'm just saying that.
What would be?
I'm just saying. I don't think I'm trying to say is that it's taboo as it sounds for some shit like that. Just think about all the times that some shit that you thought was taboo, and then
Right, motherfuckers do it.
right, like it'd be like, well, not motherfuckers do it. It'd be like a plethora.
No, right. It's a thing.
Like you
and
remember
just
when?
don't know
Remember
it's
when
a thing.
spitting in the bitch mouth was nothing, and then
What's-
all of
what
a
was that
sudden,
again? What's that?
Spitting in the bitch mouth, or having the bitch spit in your mouth.
Gotcha,
and
gotcha.
then there was nothing, and then all of a sudden, come to find out, it is a gang of people that have had this happen already.
Right.
Some
This
shit
been
you
a
can't
thing.
imagine.
Right.
Right? A bitch.
I remember I seen that shit in the porn one time, and I was like, all right, I'm done with this, huh? Like, the dude spit in the chick mouth so she can give him some head, and I was like, nah, bro. I'm cool.
Hey,
Next.
Lugan style, right? on a bitch, right? That's what I'm saying. This is the potential, right? I'm saying that. But then come to find out, it's a gang of bitches that like this. Mm-hmm. Not just niggas, not like because you don't think weird ass niggas.
It's like
it's a gang of bitches that's like, if you ain't spitting in my mouth, you boring. What? Right. To where you got a question. All right. Well, what would you do?
Like we just smoked 3 J's.
Right.
Like.
But you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying.
We've been drinking and shit.
Right. Like. But that's what it come down to. That's what I'm saying. Like most of that shit that a motherfucker be thinking so far fetched when it comes to people at this point. What I'm saying is I don't put it past nobody.
Yeah.
Like, anything that you think far fetched, like you just seen the shit. You just seen it unravel too many times. Where this person, this billionaire nigga was paying this bitch to like come through and like treat him like a baby for like X amount of years. Right. Or she cross-dressed this nigga or whatever. You know what I mean? Like this nigga was getting like dominated in a secret for like 15 years. This was like his mistress and she used to peg this nigga with like the biggest dicks you could find. Like type of shit. Like, no, that shit be getting weird, bro.
Like, no, I agree. That's why I just be like,
So, to say a nigga might pay the nigga to be a catfish, like, just to get access to you personally, right? Because you never know their relation to what they want or feel for you. Mm-hmm. And they can get exclusive pictures. Apparently, this person was able to send, like, nudes and stuff like that because the dude had OnlyFans. But, which makes me think it was him. But, let's say on the off chance, boom, this is a catfish. They paying you to be you. They probably got your OnlyFans. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, they probably reached out to you to have a more personal relationship. It's like, nah, I need some shit that's not on OnlyFans.
My password is fucking an extra $1,500.
Right, you see what I'm saying?
So that you have access at any time.
Like, he was paying, he said he got paid to block bitches and shit like that. Of course. Never met the hoe. All I gotta do is block this bitch.
She can't see my fake profile and she can't see yours, nigga. Right. Block that hoe.
480. Deposit it into your account.
I can need the Cash App or the Zelle first.
Right.
What's her name? Juanita? What you said it was? Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, you never know, bro. Like, this shit would be rich. Like.
I'm about to have some food. Yeah. No.
Right. So I'm just saying, like, yes, it sounds far fetched, but what doesn't sound far fetched? Then we see that this shit be real. Like, we be talking about bitches that be making hundreds of thousands. Like the bitch that went viral because she play a dog and make 100.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? 100 plus or 100,000 a month, whatever it was. But she just plays a dog, like a literal dog. She's a woman that walks around like she don't talk. None of that. She just literally plays a full blown dog, just like how Zulu.
The fetch and all that.
Right. All of that. She plays a full blown dog, bro. And she makes millions, damn near, or some shit like that. Whatever the number is. Even cause you wouldn't think.
I think I seen a pony chick do that.
Well, I'm just saying you wouldn't think a bitch could make. You wouldn't think a bitch could make 10 cents doing that. Like, who the fuck would actually pay large sums of money to watch someone play a dog on?
Right, but you got
on social media. You know what I mean? Like
that.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think every human is guilty of their world impacting how their brain and their world experiences impacting the scope of how you think. Every human is guilty of that, me included. Like, because I oftentimes have to remind myself of how many people it actually is in the world. It's 7 billion people in the world. Like, 10 million people is nothing when you talk about 7 billion. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's no parts of the population. Like, to get to 1% of 7 billion, that's what, 70 million people? You see what I'm saying? So 10 million people being into any one particular thing is not even a fraction of a percent. Yeah. It's nothing but a fraction of a percent of the world population. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, some niggas that'll pay a nigga to be a catfish, 500,000 people. That's nothing in world population. It might be 500,000 people that would do that. You see what I'm saying?
I ain't got nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? On my free time, I ain't playing the game or no shit. I'm just supposed to pay a
That,
nigga.
like, no, that shit get boring to them. They need something more exhilarating. That's where it come down to. That's why you be seeing them, the movie like Squid Game, right? Them be them rich niggas that used to hunt. They used to hunt big, and then they started hunting big game. And that got boring.
Yeah,
and they wanted to hunt.
That's
people.
like that movie with fucking Ice-T.
Yeah, what's that? Time to not Time to Kill. What's that damn movie? I know what you're talking about though. Yes.
Yeah, they got him like running through the woods and shit. Was it him and some other people, or was it just him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I think he was like the
Last
main dude, and fucking they trying to hunt that nigga.
Right.
But no, that shit is very pragmatic in the sense that
Oh damn.
there's so many different people that, like I say, that's in the world. Got one? Oh, you want to do jelly on that? But there's so many different people in the world that impact our society as far as these small pockets of people that support different things that you see on a regular basis, because we think of everything in totality, or it's like a large, so it's like, oh, people are more like us, but there's so many pockets of people.
Far from it.
Right, there's so many different pockets of people. Like, there's so many different little areas that's little in the sense of, like I said, 20,000 people supporting a particular thing is nothing when
This
you
one is,
compare
like,
it to the
lighter.
population. But if you got 20,000, if you got 20,000 niggas that make 500,000
No, the
a
color.
year, and they into a particular thing,
I agree 100%.
then you get what you get.
That's what I was gonna like.
This is where prostitution comes
Yeah.
from. You niggas gonna have a whole different conversation over what I'm saying. All right, fuck both of y'all. Let's go and take the
Listen
shot.
clearly.
Nah, it's
We was
all good.
listening still,
But what about
but
the people? Fuck y'all. Let's do it.
People first.
Let's do it.
Well, no, I mean that was one of the reasons why I didn't get that the first time.
What you think of this Three Amigos? Pretty good?
That bitch is like, that
Like
bitch
a
is like
good-
Bronco.
I like the Santos. It was
Yeah,
pretty
fucking
good. But
Santos.
like I said, they don't need to have that Guy Fieri
You know.
logo on. That's some bullshit.
You know, fucking.
You see how that sound? That sounds fucking stupid, S.A.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, but that what's the name of shit? Moscow Mule.
The Matador.
Matador.
Moscow Mule.
Oh, I can't get some Moscow Mule cups.
Cups.
You gotta have a cup and to make it official.
Yeah, otherwise it's not.
I'm gonna get the shaker.
Ooh, with strainer, so you can have it chilled. Ice.
Cheers for the beers and the hoes and the cheers and the one time for these bitches.
Something 7.
57.
I only need a few things out of y'all though. Man, that's good.
Whoa.
I need you to like. I need you to subscribe.
What
I need you
else?
to share.
What else?
I need you to follow the pages.
What else?
Share the content.
Comment.
Y'all love the nigga. Quit lying like you don't.
Don't forget to tickle that bell.
Hit that thing twice. One time because I said so. Then the other time so I don't fuck your mama.
Or maybe 3 times because you wanted to. You know you wanted to do it.
Right, like a Three Amigos.
It's the Podcast. It's the Rick Code. You can follow me on all platforms at Rick Code.
It's your boy Dubz817. You can follow me at Dubz817. I'm gonna put it right here for you. Yeah.
Chef Chat over here. You can follow me on Twitter, maybe, and fucking Instagram, fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Well, let's do that. For everybody that thought you knew that, Poor Podcast episode 57.
57,
And
bitch.
we out this
I don't
bitch.
know no players that wore number 57, but I'm sure it was some pretty good ones. I would say they name.